Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Styrofoam Ralph. This is Cups in the Gang. We are live in the motherfucking hot box. I got my dog live in the studio, Bleed Blue for the shoe. Nap Nation, what it do? My
What it
dog
do? What
Jay
it do?
Lethal in the motherfucking building, man. And
Motherfucking building.
come on, dog.
You
This is
already
a
know.
this is a long time resident of the hot box, but just because he's here so sparingly, I don't want to call him a special guest, but he is definitely making a special appearance. My dog, one half of the other half of sports reports as ordered. My brother, man, Mr. Logical in the building. What's going on, my dog?
You're had
And
the
then we got my guy, Mr. Bitches.
you
Oh
already
my
know.
goodness.
The man
And
of
I
money.
want to let everybody know right now, we cannot have any autographs, no flash photography,
No, we.
please. No
Please
autographs,
calm
no
down.
flash photography. Just settle down, okay?
Just
And my
relax.
dog, Rumi, motherfucking Row, Pets Nation in this bitch,
Yeah,
man. Bruh, what's
what
good,
it
Rumi,
do? What
bro?
it
What's
do?
happening, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Black blessing, highly favored, brother.
I definitely heard that. And my dog tapping in, Finance Rhyme in the
Yo,
building. What's going on, man?
what y'all doing, bro?
What's up, Ryan?
All right,
Hey
all
No, I
man,
right.
see
we
y'all
ain't
niggas
making
in
no
here.
noise. So,
Mr. Bitches up in here. I see all y'all niggas in here.
You
Mr.
know.
Logical, man.
Yeah.
Now that we finally have you in the hot box, I have so many inquiries. First and foremost, being I have several different questions that might tie into each other. So I'm just gonna start firing them off right here because I don't know how to tie them all together just yet.
All right.
Question number one, quick fire. Over under games for Kirk Cousins, does he play the entire season?
Without injury, play the whole season.
Without injury, you said what happened?
Play the whole season.
So if
I don't
barring
think
injury, he plays the whole season, but barring injury, does he play a whole season if the Falcons are not doing well?
I don't think he takes the field at all unless it's the injury.
Hmm.
He's 35. If they're not doing well, they're like, Kurt, it's been cool. You made it here. You was on the skins and all these other shit going on, but time to go.
Yeah, but they're paying him too much. They're paying him $67 million this season,
Yeah,
and another
that's a lot of bread.
33 that's guaranteed. Arthur Blank,
He finessed. He wasn't really never that guy. He had some couple good seasons where he was like, oh, I'm good, but he finessed.
I think he's a good QB, but that's the thing. I think we want to throw everybody in the elite category. There's only four dudes that really put up there. It's not even space for a lot of guys. You can maybe lock in the three. I got Mahomes. I give you Josh Allen. I give you Lamar. I throw Joe Burrow there as a slight four. But for the most part, you got three guys locked in, and everybody else at that fourth spot is going to change it. Most of the guys are that middle of the. You got Dak, Tua, Trevor Lawrence.
Don't let Dakota hear you say
Mahomes,
Dak in the
good
middle of the
year.
road.
A lot of these guys are kind of locked into that 6 to 12 and it's interchangeable. Kurt was in that same wheel. The thing with the quarterback is that owners, PMs, lock themselves into this idea that I gotta pay top guys when they only use the yeah, he's top 12, he's top 14. We say, oh, he's a top guy. They give him $100 million, and then they go and they're like, oh, this is security. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But since you're giving him Arthur Blank, he's not letting you bench.
So you feel like he's not going to the bench because they have to justify that 180.
That's yo. It's the 180 is one thing. The 100 million guarantee is the big, and of that 100 million guarantee, he got 67 when he signed a few months ago. So if I gave somebody 67 million March, you better still be working for me in December. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. It's not if he had the 180 and he come off it, at the end of the season. That's different, but they still the whole. They're going to be in that Russell Wilson scenario. Pittsburgh picking
Mr.
up
Logical, I'm so sorry. This like for some reason, like just now, you just started getting choppy. I don't know if it's your connection or if it's your speaker.
Hold on, let me see. Matter of fact, let me grab a headset. Give me one.
Yeah, the headphones will probably do it. But so you feel like they have to justify the 180, right? So after they justify the 180, you still feel like I just can't see the Falcons. Well, maybe I can because I've been saying that from the beginning. I don't think the Falcons are in a position to play quarterback musical chairs. I don't think that they're in a position to, because just like we said, we just gave Kirk Cousins $180 million. Not and $180 million over 3 years. Not a 5-year deal. We're talking about over 2 or 3 seasons. That is money that we're saying right now. This is going to be the person throwing the football for us for the foreseeable, like until this contract is up. We can't put anybody. It's the same thing with the Giants. The Giants just paid Daniel Jones a handsome amount of money, and with a top pick in the draft, they didn't draft another quarterback. So that's kind of what's separating Atlanta from the Giants, and Giants are usually the ones who've been making the bad mistakes. So it's really all about. I wish the Falcons fan was still here, but Rumi, Will, how do you feel about the Falcons going after Michael Penix, and do you feel like Kirk Cousins is on the hot seat because they drafted him, or is he safe because of the contract?
I think he probably gonna be safe because of the contract. I mean, you paying somebody that type of money there, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think the leash is that short after one season. I guess it depends on how it looks. Like I said, the Falcons did one of them things where I guess they figured they got. It's kind of hard what their decision is because I don't know how long they plan on sitting Penix. Like that's the first one.
Hold on, Rumi, Will. I'm sorry. There's somebody giving off an echo. Somebody's giving off an echo.
Check.
All right, yeah, let's go. Ryan, it might be you.
I think it was Ryan.
The sound vibrating off the
I'll be back.
Whatever surface you're on. All right, so there we go. All right, so what were you saying, Rumi?
Yeah, so I was saying, like I said, I think Kirk will be safe at least for 1 year.
Yeah, it's just acting
no problems. But I think depending on how the Falcons season go, I think the fan base is probably going to be asking for Penix to get in there. Like, if it's looking ugly, they're going to.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to cut you off. Ryan, it's when you set it down, that's when we get that. When you hold it, we don't.
It's vibrating off the surface.
I got you.
Yeah. Pause.
Yeah.
No diddy.
That was AO.
That was a little crazy.
Yeah, that was a little wild.
So
at the end of the day, it's like it's the Falcons, bro. Like, do I really expect the Falcons to do anything for really? I mean, let's just be real, bro.
They got the talent, bro. They got the receiver, the tight end, they got the running back. They got, you know what I'm saying? The defense might be shitty still, but they got the talent though.
Steven's definitely ass cheeks. I mean, the coaching is subpar. You know, Raheem Morris is all right. I don't know if he all that, if you ask me. Yeah, all right.
He's all right.
He better than their last few coaches. Is he not?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I expect the Falcons to win some games. Now that whole, Kirk Cousins makes them a Super Bowl caliber team. I don't know about all that. I don't understand why everybody keep giving Kirk Cousins this Super Bowl nod like he one of them. But they got talent though. The offense is definitely, they can win at least 10 to 11 games with the offense and that team they got. At least.
I'm trying to find a video.
You said 10 games?
At least 10 with the weapons, bro. I'm not saying like they have to, but at least with the weapons on offense, 10 games, bro, 10 to 11 games out of Atlanta should not be a hard task to fill with the
I
weapons.
mean, I understand people saying that, especially with them being in the South. But again, we have to remember that Tampa Bay added people.
True, but they didn't add nothing on the defense.
They technically didn't. I'm not. Again, I'm not mad at it. But we can't act like Tampa Bay did not just come fresh off
the playoff. I feel it,
winning this division
for sure. But they didn't win it. They didn't win it convincingly. Like they didn't win it dominantly.
They just got by. It was,
you know
like,
what I'm saying? Yeah, they just lasted the longest. They lasted the longest in their division.
One game over 500.
Right, that's crazy.
They lasted the
That's
longest.
crazy talk.
For sure. For sure.
That's zesty talk. That's crazy.
Just being honest, bro.
I had something for my tech guys. I'm trying to find this video, but until then, Rumi Rowe. Since you have not been here in the box, I got it right now though. Since you have not been here in the box, we need your finals take. Who do you have winning? How many games? And can you give us a potential finals MVP?
Won't be biased, bro.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna be biased because honestly, like, if I was being biased, I would just take the Mavs and say fuck Boston. I don't want to be getting 18. That's the LA fan in me. You feel me? That's the LA fan in me. That's what I really want to say. But I'm gonna say Boston. I'm gonna say Boston probably 6 games. I think MVP probably gonna come down to that damn Jaylen Brown. I think MVP might be Jaylen Brown. I think that's the difference maker.
Jeez.
You know, I mean, I feel like I feel like the Tatum could give you 30 with no problem. There's somebody when Jaylen Brown give you that 40, 35, 40, they're a different team. But the key also too is gonna be Porzingis gonna be playing as well. But I just think because the Boston is a deeper team, so they got different bodies to throw at Luka and Kyrie. You know what I mean? So outside of those two scores, the Mavs, it's going to be competitive just because it's the finals, so there's going to be some jitters. There's going to be, little stuff like that. But I at least got to go in 6 games. So I'm going to take Boston in 6.
Boston in 6?
Boston in 6.
I like that.
I'm going to give Kyrie them 2 wins. I'll at least give them 2.
We got my dog.
Boston always got
LA
to
our
at least
way.
1 game.
What you doing, fellas? What's going on?
Tapping into the motherfucking hot box. What it do, gang?
Nah, shit, cooling, bro.
So now that you tapping in with us, my brother, go ahead and give us your finals prediction. How many games and the finals MVP?
My heart want Dallas, but my mind got Boston with Tatum winning MVP.
Yes, Lord.
But I want Dallas to win. Lakers fan, you know what I'm saying? So, in how many games? I don't know. If it goes 7 games, Dallas winning that game. I ain't going against Kyrie in Game 7, but I'm gonna say Boston 6, especially if KP comes back.
I like that though. I like that though for sure. So I would. Oh, Mr. Logical, would you like to finish your thought? That's what I was trying to get back to. Would you like to finish your thoughts on Kirk Cousins? So you were saying that the 180 justifies him being the quarterback regardless of performance.
All I'm saying is it's pretty standard. If the owner paid a guy X amount of money, especially when it's that high, that he's gonna get a very long leash, and you can always go with the rookies not being ready. That whole rhetoric, yeah. So, like I said, I think it's the money thing, but I like the basketball conversation you got going here. I didn't think Boston would be favored. I've seen a lot of conversation that has Boston favored, I think, in the game on Thursday, but it could be like, hey, did you get too many days off? Did they practice? Did they stretch? Did they meet up? The guys just stay away from the facility? Because I think they closed out, last Tuesday?
Yeah, they've been off for about 11 days.
Tuesday, last Wednesday, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Boston had the most rest out of all the teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, they only played 14 games.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say 4 of them are tough.
So okay, so you are. I was just about to say. So now we're talking about the toughness. Are you one of those people that subscribe to the idea that the Boston Celtics had a cakewalk?
No, they didn't have a cakewalk because it's still the NBA, but they definitely were in a situation where they were playing other teams without that team's best player. Like that's I don't think it's like I say, if we look at the Indiana series, Halliburton went out and that kid Nimhart played 2 games. I think he dropped like 57 or 58 in those 2 games. So
For
these
sure.
guys are all you need is opportunity. But if you have a guy on the floor that's got the green light and he's getting 20 shots, and you're a role player and you only get 8 or 9, then you got to make the best of your 8 or 9. But if the star player is not there taking 20 something, you take your 8 or 9, and I'm gonna take his 20 and watch what I can do. I think Nimhart did a great job of that. But in the same sense, with the in the Cleveland series, without them playing Donovan Mitchell for 2 games, they didn't have Jared Allen for the rib for the whole time. I don't think it's Boston's fault. I don't think they should be like, oh, this run to the finals was a cupcake walk, but there was definitely a level of luxury that I hope doesn't give them like a false sense of I want to say accomplishment because give them a
No,
false
I
sense of
feel you though. You know what I'm saying? They get comfortable. They're like,
like yo, we only played 14 games. These other dudes didn't play like 20. I think Dallas played what? Dallas played 6 in the first, 6. So they played what 17? So they played 17, and a few of their games were hard, and they lost some of them hard games. So I think that might have hardened them, made them a little better. But Boston, they came back in their hard games. They got blown out by Miami when Miami had 23. They lost like when Cleveland beat them, same thing happened. So it wasn't like they played their hearts out and lost and had to regroup. They caught an L, went to the sideline, it was whatever, and regrouped. So Dallas had a couple of losses that were tough. Yeah. And I think they bounced back. So I think that gives them a resilience edge. But Boston still has like the physical edge of we got 8 to 9 guys that can shoot the rock.
For sure. So what matchups do y'all like as far as the finals? Like Captain Drew. I like Captain Drew covering Kyrie. I still don't know who's gonna guard Luka.
Drew finna guard Luka, bro.
You said
I'll put a big
Captain
dude on Kyrie.
Ready to guard Luka.
I put Drew on Luka. You know,
yeah, I would do it too.
Y'all wouldn't put Drew on Kyrie and put
not until
Luka?
the fourth quarter, not until late in like game 7 or some shit if they come to that.
Yeah, I'd put Drew on Luka, and then I'd put a bigger guy on Kyrie. That way, Luka look at it like, oh, I'm about to eat, and he put up 22 shots in 3 quarters.
I feel
Drew's a tough matchup, and you got to keep in mind Drew not gonna fall for that Rudy Gobert nonsense that he was pulling in the last series. He gonna let you shoot that 27-foot step back. And if you but then if you try to kick it, say you got somebody like Tatum on Kyrie, just a bigger body on Kyrie. I know it seems like a crazy idea, but I'd rather put one of my bigger guys on Kyrie and then work like a blitz scheme against Luka.
Yeah, because our stars, bro. It doesn't matter how much niggas say it. Our stars gonna have to be stars on defense as well, bro. Tatum and Brown are going to have to put on some type of master class. I don't want to see them. I'm not gonna say I don't want to see them because if we can play defense without them having to guard Kyrie and or Luka, I feel good about it. But something in me wants to see either Brown guard Luka or Tatum guard Luka.
Yeah, it sounds good until they get a dumbass foul.
Who needs to stay out of foul trouble the most? Boston or the Mavs?
Boston.
I think the Mavs because I feel like Boston deep. I think Boston's deep. Like they got you got like 9 guys that can get you buckets. Like outside of them 2 stars on the Mavericks, that ball ain't moving nowhere. They're not they're not flexing the same way if both stars in foul trouble or one of the star. I mean, one star can hold the torch, but if Luka get in foul trouble, that's bad for the Mavs.
Yeah, but Luka doesn't get in foul trouble.
Yeah, I know, but I
They
think what
don't
this is,
call offensive
you got
fouls on him, and that's
yeah.
another reason I put Drew on him because I think that elbow to Drew might look a little bit more forceful than an elbow to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown goes with 6'7", 6'8", 220, 225.
Yeah.
Luka hits him with that elbow. He's standing right there. Drew Holiday, you got 6'2" and a half, 6'3", 200. Even if he's playing good defense, that Luka elbow will look a little different. They might not call it every time, but I think you can get it called once early, halfway through the first. Now you got Luka with a silly foul, but he's not getting that foul banging up against Tatum or banging against Horford on the switch. They're going to let it play out because it's big on big.
I definitely feel that. And KP, Kristaps Porzingis, is my highlighted player of the finals. I think if it's I would say KP gonna get that finals MVP over Brown. If it's not Tatum, it's gonna be KP. I know Brown is the cliche choice or the nice off-wall pick. I like KP.
You must got a parlay in.
No, he said you must got a parlay. That should have been one of my cup takes though. That K, because I've been saying it under the radar this whole season. KP is going to be the reason that we are propelled over into the promised land.
But the difference between reason and MVP doesn't always line up. Like Kyrie getting 41 in Game 5 when Draymond got suspended along with LeBron was the reason. Like they got a Game 6, and then him being able to get Steph in the switch and hit the three. Yeah, that's the reason they went up 3 points. But the MVP is a little different. Like sometimes it could be like something simple like Shane Battier back in the day with the Heat. He was locking down guys and he was hitting timely threes. He might only have 11 points, but he hit 3 corner threes, couple of free throws, and that's Porzingis is going to be about. He's going to get you. Depends on how many minutes they give him between 16.
To Ralph's point, if Cuz healthy though, because Dallas lacks size, and I feel that I could see the game going. Like if Buck come in, he didn't miss the whole. He ain't played none of the Pacers series, did it?
I don't think he played in the playoffs yet.
Nah,
it's the first round. But I
he played in the first round.
He played the Heat.
He played in the first round for sure. Yeah, he got hurt versus the Heat.
But I don't think it was ever a situation where they made an announcement along the lines of Porzingis is this many days away from being ready. Every announcement was he's not going to be ready for X amount more days. Right. And then we get close to that day and it was like, he's not going to be ready. So he was never, as far as the reports we got, he was never ready to go. So to get him out on the floor, more likely Missoula, if you put him on the floor, it's 20 to 22 minutes. Tops.
The thing is, honestly, even if you put him out there, the question is how healthy is he? Because he got the type of injury he got the injury that KD had. He got that strain, that calf strain. That ain't no, what I'm saying? That thing can go. That shit is like limbs right now. He's still messed up, honestly.
The whole league has changed how they monitored that injury since KD tore his Achilles.
Yeah, no, I feel
every single player my calf hurt. They're like, sit down.
Yeah.
So if he out there, he might get somebody with a wheelchair to push you around.
Yeah, so he might not be able to be a factor like a healthy one. He might be just about there 50% if he even lasts, the whole series.
I haven't heard announcements saying that he's playing.
Right, I haven't heard that either.
I haven't heard.
I mean, they've been saying that he was going to be able to come back. Hold on.
The MVP, I picked because Ray Jean wrote it down a couple of weeks ago. I said the finals. It's going to be Jaylen Brown, the same reason that he won the Eastern Conference MVP. It's like when Boston is taking these haymakers from the other team, Jaylen Brown is a guy that steps up, takes that haymaker, and then moves it forward. Tatum is very good, but I haven't really seen a situation where when it's going sideways and he was like, let me Let me run off 8 points in a row to stop the bleeding. Let me get the block, the steal. Let me take the charge. Let me switch the momentum. It just seems like through all of his playoff time, and I think he's been unfairly like criticized. But in that regard, I don't think there's a lot of situations where it's like, yo, you know who I am. I'm Jason Tatum. You know how Durant, like, you know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. I don't think there's been a lot of situations where, like, you know who I am. I'm Jason Tatum has occurred, and I think
he getting fair criticism, and he getting what it is Jaylen Brown not being addressed the same way defensively. Everybody on the floor understand that Tatum is the guy, so Jaylen Brown is out there playing freely. You know what I'm saying? This is how he's allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I said it on the show for the last couple of weeks. Man, Mike talked about it. If you look at if you built basketball players in a lab, and you can make them between 6'7" and 6'9", shoot, dribble, take contact, shoot free throws, shoot threes. You got two of them in Boston between Tatum and Brown. It's not a lot of guys in the league that are built to defend both of them, and most teams don't have two guys.
Right.
Like you might have a Dylan Brooks. He's a big body. Marcus Smart. Maybe give me like a young Kawhi, young Paul George. It's not a lot of guys that can match up with them physically. So you put your best defender on Tatum, you gotta put your second or third guy on Brown, and he gonna eat.
Right.
And then you switch it out, and then Tatum will get you like 10 points off of a couple of threes and some free throws. Like I said, if both of them drive the paint and let the other guys shoot the threes, Boston's unbeatable. If they just sent
Horford and KP on the same floor, wow.
Yeah, so if you got Horford popping out, because if Horford's popping out, that means Gafford has to stay. If Tatum's at the top of the key, you got the pick and pop or pick and roll at the top of the key. Tatum's coming down the lane for a layup. Gafford's got to make a decision. Do I step out on Horford or do I try to defend this? And if you try to defend it, I think Gafford like 6'11", Tatum 6'9". So it's not like he has a big size advantage over Tatum coming down the lane anyway. And he's crafty around the rim. And he's a superstar. Right. He's going to get the balls. So now he's getting a foul on Gafford, 2 free throws. And then now Gafford is going to have to stay stuck to Horford because he don't want to get the next foul. But he's so aggressive, he want to get that block. You kick it out to Horford. He knocked down 2 or 3 threes. Then that ball starts moving around. Derek Wright knocks down the 3. That's the thing. That's why Boston loses games when they go 8 for 30 from 3. You know what I'm saying? That's when they lose games. If they go 17 for 30 from 3, they can win by 14.
This is real though, you know what I'm saying? Because we definitely be trying to put up a whole lot of shots. But at the same time, though, don't we have the most made threes this season?
I was about to say y'all live and die by that shit.
I take the most threes as well too. So you gotta have
OKC I think OKC was the best 3-point shooting team. Like how they classified. I don't know if it's percentage or attempts per percentage, but it was like I think they were classified as the best.
We know for a fact Boston, y'all putting up at least 43 a game. That's a fact.
That's what they want to do. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what Mazzulla said. That he said that Boston got to put up. They don't put up 43s a game. That's not Boston basketball. So, like I said, living down by that 3. So that 3 ball going down, it's lights out.
So as of December 27th, 2023, which is wildly out of date. NBA.com listed OKC as the top 3-point shooting team in the league with 38.9. Boston Celtics and Timberwolves follow with 38.8 and 38.7 respectively.
To your point, y'all probably led as far as attempts though, because y'all be shooting. Like I said, y'all live and die by that shit, cuz.
And the Pelicans rounded out the top 5 with 38.3, which is
I need 40 of them things. I don't get 40, it ain't no games. I need 40 of them things up.
So that was 40 attempts or 40%?
40 attempts.
No, all the numbers that I was saying was percentage.
Oh, you talking about the percentage? Oh, you talking about
percentage? Oh.
So yeah, they had the Thunder had a 38.9% as a team. Boston had 38.8. Minnesota 38.7, and Pelicans 38.3% made. So I definitely feel what y'all saying, man. And the trade ball is really, like I said, the trade way falling is really the key for us to being victors. And I feel like with KP coming back, just him standing in the corner somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's valuable enough as far as he can get the kick
I
out.
think even without Porzingis, I think Boston still has an advantage. The only thing for me is that I don't know if Derrick Jones Jr. is going to be able to get all those open looks like he was getting against Minnesota. Because Minnesota running Gobert out there, you pretty much you limited who had to take account defensively.
True.
Because they were never throwing a lob to him when he rolled to the rim. They wouldn't bounce it to him. It just was like they treat Gobert like they could have thrown lobs to Gobert the same way they were throwing them to Gafford, Lively, and Derrick Jones Jr. Without him getting those kind of dunks and stuff like that, I think Boston has an opportunity to gentleman sweep Dallas.
That's tough.
I like it.
I don't think they can hold. I don't think they're gonna hold Luka and Kyrie under.
Yeah, but
under 60 points combined the whole series.
If Luka and Kyrie both give you 35, right? If they both give that's 70 points. How many assists is because Kyrie not getting as many shots to get his 35 as Luka. So Kyrie only giving you like 4.5 assists right now. So if he got to give you 35, that means he only getting you about 2 or 3 assists. And if they gotta give you that many points, that means they not getting those lob dunks to Lively. They're not getting those live dunks to Gafford. Because it's not like they're gonna just run over Boston. So if they both getting 35, that means other dudes, the collective is getting you 38. And they might lose games 117, 108.
I like that analysis, Mr. Logical. Dakota Mike says he's expecting more Tim Hardaway in this series. I mean, we already got Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway is the best shooter on the squad.
Yeah, that's their best shooter.
They got him coming off the bench after the old boy Hardy. He's not even first off the bench.
He in the doghouse.
He said he in the doghouse. That's crazy. His dad must have got him in the doghouse.
For sure.
Because Tim Hardaway Jr. is the only person on that team that who will chuck the shots up. Like, if you get the ball, he going to chuck the shots up. Like, the other ones, if they take a couple shots they missing, they going to pass the ball. They going to defer. Tim Hardaway deferring. I think that's why he in the doghouse. Think about it, he ain't got no burn pretty much the whole playoffs.
He really did, though.
He did until about after game 2 in the Minnesota series, and they started bringing maybe in the OKC series, they started bringing Hardy off the bench first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was injured, but he definitely wasn't playing the same.
I just don't think that. Bear with me. I don't think that this is because it's all a matchups game, right? When Aaron Rodgers, every MVP season he had, every time he went to the playoffs, I was like, the team that he's about to play is just not a good matchup for him. Like the Tundra game and the Tundra game against the 49ers most recently, when they only scored like 10, was like 10-7
Them
or like
niggas got
13
good defense, bro. That's all they be. Them niggas got
Bro,
good
it's a bad matchup though, and it was also a bad matchup when they played San Francisco the Jimmy G year. That was a bad matchup.
It ain't got nothing to do with Jimmy G. It's the defense.
No,
man,
I'm saying
Aaron
Rodgers looks good as hell
against everybody else except
for certain teams,
except the Niners.
And
like
then
they like the best defense in the NFL, bro.
Bro, I'm going in chronological order because I was going to say the third team was also the Falcons team that bust their ass, who wasn't a defensive team that year, and Aaron Rodgers only still put up 16 points.
They weren't a defensive team, but they had a really good defense. Dan Quinn is a defensive-minded coach, bro.
Okay, but what is Aaron Rodgers? Is he not the Wizard, or is he a Wizard? All I'm saying is I don't think that this game, we've seen Luka be able to do everything. I don't think that he's going to run into a Boston team that's going to allow him to get triple doubles or go all for 40 every night.
He finna get triple doubles. He finna do all that Luka shit. Y'all just gonna win.
I
Y'all just
mentioned
got
this.
too much fun. He finna do all the Luka shit, bro.
Yeah, I mentioned this back in the, on the show. I think it was a playoff run. Steve Nash dropped like 48 when he was playing for Dallas. It was like Steve, Dirk, and Mike Finley. Steve Nash dropped 48, but he was starting point guard. They let him get 48, and they stayed glued to Finley and Dirk, and they lost. Same thing happened last year with Jokic and the Heat. The Heat lost in 5 games, but the game that they won, Jokic had like 30-some points, but he only had 3 assists. And he was trying to get assists, but every time he kicked the ball out, a Miami defender was right there on the guy with the ball. So pretty much after you do this for possession after possession, and you get down 4, you get down 6, you get down 8, and you the man on your team, then he had to take it to the cup. He get his little layup, but he was banging with Bam Adebayo from the free throw line all the way to the rim. Then he got to come back down and play defense. So what was happening is that Miami didn't let anybody else get off. And I think if Dallas, it's a dangerous approach because you have Kyrie. But other than that, I don't think there's another guy on the squad that you're worried about getting off if you give him 6 open shots. PJ Washington, maybe.
Because I like what you said just a couple seconds ago. And I also like what AD said, you know what I'm saying, he's going to do the Luka shit. Last 2 times Luka played Boston was January 22nd. January 22nd, he was 33, 18, and 13, and they still lost.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
What was the final score? That was trade deadline too.
That's
before
it was 119 to 110.
And what Kyrie
that was 119 to 110. He had 33, 18, and 13.
What did Kyrie do though?
I don't think Kyrie played until March. They played March 1st. March 1st, and Luka was 37, 12, and 11. And they still lost 138 to 110.
Bro, he's gonna do the Luka shit.
138 to 110.
He gonna do that shit and lose, bro. I'm telling you. This how y'all too much for him. Y'all got too much for him.
Yeah, and Kyrie was 19, 4, and 2 on 9 for 23, 1 for 7 from 3.
Oh, that shit.
So that game where they lost 110 to 138, Luka was 37, 12, and 11 on 14 for 25, 3 and 9 from 3. And Kyrie was 19, 4, and 2 on 9 for 23 and 1 of 7 for 3.
So they had a bad game. That's what we just did. They just had a bad game. That's all we
19, 4, and 2 on 9 for 23 is a bad game.
That's a bad game. Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't expect them to have that same type of game. I like AD said, I expect Luka to do Luka shit. I expect Kyrie to put up at least 20 points. I really feel like it's about the role players. Can the role players put up 10, 15 points while Luka and Kyrie put up 30?
I was just about to say Dallas and them niggas been showing they can do that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Kyrie did play in January. He was 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists on 9 for 20. And
they don't got enough, bro. They gonna need Kyrie to do some. Who brought up? Did somebody bring up 2016? And talk about 45 and shit. That's gonna take that kind of Kyrie, bro. It's gonna take that.
Kyrie got to be like LeBron, the LeBron Batman, the LeBron Robin again against the Warriors. He got to put up,
and they still fuck around and lose that shit if Tatum and Brown.
But Boston does give you a game. Boston will give you a game in Boston. They'll give you.
I was just about to say that.
They'll give you
one.
Don't let Boston win game 1 because they're gonna lose game 2. If they lose game 1, I mean, if Boston win game 1, they're gonna lose game 2 because they're gonna come out there all slouching around and just like whatever.
They want to make it a game. They want to make it a series. They don't want to sweep it. They don't want to sweep. It's not good for the views and the ratings if Boston come out and sweep. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make it. They gotta make it a series.
Out there, I ain't watching. If we got Scott Foster, Tony Brothers on the court, I ain't watching.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be definitely.
They are the worst. The fact that we know their names is evident that they're the worst.
My nigga Tim Hardaway had a dub off the bench, 4 of 7 from 3.
Well, it's
And
just
them
hot.
niggas still lost that shit by 9 points. But yeah, no, both of these games that they played us. Kyrie played in those games, January and March. Kyrie played in those games, and Kyrie had 19 and 20 points respectively.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good matchup, man. It's gonna be a good matchup. Hopefully.
Definitely looking forward to the motherfucking NBA finals. And AD, I need to know right now, are y'all finishing above or below the 49ers as far as division standings go?
Come on, man.
Moment
Check
stuff.
the ledger, bro. What that shit
Oh,
say? What that shit
we
say,
said peep
man?
the ledger.
Peep the
What that
ledge,
shit
yeah.
We
say?
gotta peep the ledger.
Yeah, AD, let him
Come
know.
on, bro.
Peep the
Gotta peep
ledger.
the ledger.
Especially look,
Hold
look,
on, damn, Residente got the ledger. I gotta get him to copy paste the
look.
ledger for us.
They said today, nigga, that them niggas trying to they accepting talks and calls and shit. They've been talking about trading Debo, bro. So it's looking like they choosing Brandon Ayuk over Debo Samuel, which is
And
the
it's
smart
crazy.
thing for
And
them
it's
to do.
crazy. And they've signed AD, but that's the crazy thing about it.
But
What you
wouldn't
say?
you though? I'm not. Look, wouldn't you? 1,400-yard season. Okay. After that, bruh really never scratched a band. So
Before or after, he ain't did shit. But
no.
2021, bro, he got paid. He really lucky for real.
So it's like
He blessed. He
Brandon
got
Ayuk. Like, I
Ayuk
don't
back to
know,
back
bro.
1,000-yard nigga.
Yo, would
1,000%.
the 49ers be doing all this if Bosa would have stayed home in that 4th and 1 and sacked Patrick Mahomes in overtime? If he stays home on that 4th and 1 in overtime, Patrick Mahomes doesn't scramble for the first down and they win the Super Bowl.
So
So
Nick
how
Bosa's the reason they
lawless?
lost the Super Bowl.
No, I'm just saying, like if he stay home, if Bosa stay home on that play,
I just want to know. I just want to hear. I just want
he
to know.
doesn't make the first down and the game's over. That's overtime. That was 4th and 1. I don't think that was the reason I think they really lost the Super Bowl was Greenlaw going out. Because the guy that replaced Greenlaw, Mahomes was picking on. He was picking on him for the rest of the night. But
That
what
nigga
I'm saying
was
is, like, I
giving
don't
it
understand
up.
how all these changes happen because you lose a game by 3 points when all you were a couple plays away from winning the Super Bowl. Why not keep
The
that team
49ers
together and bring it back?
Why not run the
Yeah,
ball?
think about it. They've been thinking about that. Outside of the addition of Christian McCaffrey, that's pretty much been the same team. I mean, I'm creating the acquisition of Brock Purdy. It's been the same team. So, like, how long is this window open? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Like,
think about how many teams haven't been to the second round of the playoffs. Like, I think sometimes we get tunnel vision and think like, yo, we should have won it all. But it's like you gotta think about it, like, yo,
But every
how
team,
many teams have you even built to get to this point?
and that's what I was just about to say, bro.
They obviously are built to get to that.
How many teams, like the other teams that compete in because you got the like teams that I feel like the teams you getting at is like teams like the Cowboys that really can't get past the second round, or teams like that, the Packers who can't really get figure out when they was having Aaron Rodgers, they couldn't really get too far into the playoffs. But it's like the 49ers got everything they need and getting there and not getting it.
So how come you don't? So how come when you
Like
talk about
it
Aaron
hit
Rodgers, you
different,
be
bro.
like, oh well, this is who he ran into, as if Aaron Rodgers don't be having everything that niggas need.
That he don't. When he had that shit, he won it all, bro. When he had Clay Matthews playing like the defensive player of the year, it was between him and Troy Polamalu.
And then
Come
they'll be
on,
like,
bro.
okay, well, he gave up, or the defense gave up this many points. But it's like, bro,
When was
he
that?
was
When was that?
also
When
that
was that year? Was
Arizona
that
game. He was the
2010 or
last
some shit?
one with the football, bro, and he got strip sacked.
I'm not saying that dude perfect, bro. I'm saying that football is the ultimate team sport. And the
But he be
49ers, to
having
bring the
it's
conversation
15
full
and one,
circle,
not
them
a
niggas got the
signifier of
ultimate
having what you
team,
need.
bro. Them going into the year as the Super
I'm
Bowl
good, thank you.
favorites with the best team, the fucking golden boy fucking thank you, brother. The golden boy fucking offensive genius that they love in Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? Like they got
Yeah, shout out to
the
Kyle
best
Shanahan.
defense, they got everything, bro. And be tricking. It's no excuse for that shit.
That's
15-1, and
That
this
window
nigga was
closed.
one and done in that joint, bro. It's some shit you just can't give
niggas.
niggas excuses for, bro. 15-1 and one and done. If Cam would have went 15-1 in that season, and he would have did one and done against the fucking who did they went to beat the first round? Was it Seattle? Like, bro, what? Like I already be accepting the fact that niggas shit on Cam, but if that would have happened, I would have had to take even more on the chin, and I wouldn't fight that shit, bro.
That goes through everything's out. I think with the record, like I said, my thing is this: if you have the team that looked like they should have won it all, you should have been competing in the championship games, either your conference championship or the Super
Straight
Bowl.
up.
Every year, teams aren't really built to win it all. The problem with Aaron is that he was always regarded as one of the best, the greatest thrower. People would say stuff like he's a better quarterback than Tom Brady, and they were like, "What do you mean? The way he throws the ball is better." I'm like, "How about in the fourth quarter when they need a touchdown? Throw it then." That's all you really need. It's not a knock on Aaron. It's just like it comes down to where you let Eli beat you at home. You let Jimmy Garoppolo beat you at home. You let Matt Ryan beat you on the road. It's just so many games where going into that game, Green Bay had the better quarterback, and the other team's quarterback not only made the better play, just played better throughout the game. He can't keep having that happen to him, and then it's like, oh well, San Francisco just plays. They just play their part. They kept it simple. They drafted well, and like that's what they had going. It's not anybody's fault.
Hey, Ralph.
You want to say, yo, I'm that guy, and you got to win some of those games. You got to win all of them.
I feel that. But the teams that we talking about all had the better team than Aaron Rodgers. Ralph, you just was talking about the 2016 year when he faced the Falcons. That team, up until the Super Bowl and them blowing it, bro, they had the MVP with a top 10 defense. Like, the team was better. They just have the better quarterback.
No, Matt Ryan was MVP.
That's what I'm saying. The Falcons was the better team. They had the MVP with the better defense. The quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is still, to your point, is the better quarterback almost every time he's on the field.
You know what I'm saying? So expecting just because of that, he was like, "I'm not gonna try to get y'all to play that Seattle scheme where you got to think it through." He was like, "Listen, y'all are young and fast. Everybody running the ball, try to get the ball out." And they were like, "That's why they stripped the ball out in the NFC Championship game, and they stripped the ball out in the Super Bowl, and they picked the ball off from Tom Brady in the Super Bowl because it was like." I don't want to make you think on the fly. He just gave him direct messages like, yo, I need you to look for this because when what's the boy name? I think Alford, when he caught the pick six, the pass was to Edelman. He was guarding the guy behind him. He just was like, this is your boundary. So he came off where he was guarding and came underneath for Edelman and picked it off for the pick six. That's what Dan Quinn did for that team that year. So I give Aaron credit. Like, yo, you ran into a team that was just destined, lack of a better word.
They were better.
Just regular days out of the week, regular Sundays. Aaron Rodgers doesn't bring guys back. That's the problem. They could be down 17-7 going to the fourth here in about 4 months, right? September game, MetLife Stadium, they down 17-7. He had a bad game. Garrett Wilson dropped some passes. Mike Williams dropped some passes. And Aaron won't come out there and get them 14 points in the fourth. That's the problem with Aaron Rodgers.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. And the fucking schedule makers, I felt like they were doing a great job until I looked at this Jets schedule, and there's no Packers team on here. And that's just really, really fucking with me right now.
But you want the Packers versus Jets?
Why not?
Make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. I could see I can see Jordan Love playing for a Lombardi before Aaron Rodgers.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, Aaron Rodgers got about
you have the Packers, bro. I feel you though. God,
this might be Aaron. Realistically, 40 myself. I don't know but if he feel like he ain't shape enough to play this year, I think he can play next year. Not that he can hit a lot. He get rid of the ball. He don't get sacked a lot. He don't throw a lot of picks. He don't scramble. He just throw the ball.
Bro, what is that Achilles looking like? That's all I want to know, bro. What is your ankle looking like? Because we
gonna see
know.
week 1 versus the 49ers, bro. Week 1 versus 49ers, we get to see what that shit hitting on.
That John ain't hitting on nothing, bro. Because wasn't it a non-contact the first time?
Yep.
For
that nigga tripped over his shoelaces or some shit.
Like, come on,
Aaron,
bro.
old boy grabbed his leg and then he tried to plant himself to stand up and it popped.
That John is tough, bro. But all I'm saying is, Aaron Rodgers. We can talk about people having the better team or whatever. Aaron Rodgers and that Falcons team they were evenly matched, bro. Like I don't care, bro. I don't care what niggas was saying. The niggas was evenly matched.
Had Julio and they didn't.
Come on,
bro. They had Aaron Rodgers.
We had Julio and they didn't.
Aaron Rodgers, Clinton Dix. Still had Clay Matthews.
Ariema said it. He was like, we had Diana.
Listen to the niggas you named.
Julio and they didn't.
But who were the niggas that was on the Falcons defense? We can talk about Dan Quinn the whole time, bro. They still,
bro. The niggas that you naming from the Packers didn't like. I would feel that if you was naming a top 10 defense. The niggas that you naming from the Falcons made a top 10 defense, bro.
And Vic Beasley, I think that was his only good year, wasn't it? 2016
exactly.
when he played first team All Pro.
It was his only good year. It was. You right?
Yeah, Muhammad.
That was the year that he played Aaron Rodgers.
Touchdowns that year. Matt Ryan was MVP. Kyle Shanahan was clicking on all cylinders.
Come on, bro. That team
we just can't. We can't let niggas off the hook like this, bro. Because the same.
Aaron?
I'm not even gonna bring up the other
them off the hook.
We're not letting them off the hook,
bro. We're not letting them off the hook.
I tell you, like I said, Aaron
Rodgers
to me. I saw something last week. I think we posted in this group. It was like, who would you take, Roethlisberger over Aaron Rodgers?
Hell no.
And one of the category was like fourth quarter comebacks. I think.
Who was the first name you said?
Like 3 times.
Ben Roethlisberger over Aaron Rodgers, cuz.
Hey, I don't got nothing but good memories of Ben Roethlisberger.
Who you taking? Honestly, no bias, bro.
I'm taking Roethlisberger.
Let me hear that shit, Ralph. Let me hear it.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, ask Rumi, bro.
Yo, you can't take.
That's a tough one there. Like I don't know.
Hey,
like,
ask Rumi, bro.
Oh, that's a tough one there, man. Big Ben, unless you can't play it.
Give Aaron Rodgers, Troy Polamalu, and them niggas, nigga. He'll be looking like he'll be making comebacks and shit too, bro. Come on, man.
Right.
Football is the ultimate.
Aaron beat them niggas. So Aaron beat them niggas.
When he
Aaron beat them niggas, the Steelers were never the same. Ben Roethlisberger was never the same.
Them niggas when he had a nigga playing like Troy Polamalu. Clay Matthews was in the conversation. Who won Defensive Player of the Year that year? It was either It came down to Troy Polamalu or Clay Matthews, bro. Their defense was crazy. The Packers' defense was.
No, it was Terrell Suggs that was Defensive Player of the Year when they won the Super Bowl.
It came down to Troy.
That's the Giants year. That's the Giants year. I'm tripping. That's the Giants year. Hold on. The year the Giants
came down to Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, it was Troy Polamalu in 2010. That was when Troy Polamalu and the other nigga was on, and Larry Fitzgerald was on Madden.
Clay Matthews was in the conversation though. Like the Packers had a legitimate defense that year, and he won a Super Bowl.
Clay Matthews, bro.
You want to talk about
bro? But that's what I mean. I see niggas about to make me open up a whole new conversation.
You talking about
like the way that niggas be talking
about. What we talking about? What happened? What happened?
No, I'm just saying, bro. Because we can't keep acting like these were scrub teams.
They won't scrub teams.
It was just Aaron Rodgers and some niggas, and that's the reason why. Because Aaron Rodgers didn't have the help. Aaron Rodgers was
Are you advocating for Aaron Rodgers?
I'm not. No. I'm advocating for y'all to hold him to the standard that he is, and not be like his team failed him. Because when we talk about other people, no. But when we talk about other people,
I said this multiple times that Aaron Rodgers doesn't get guys over the hump. I said that mad times.
What standard do you hold him to, Ralph? I want to hear this.
Well, now that Mr. Logical clarified it, that's the stand I'm trying to hold him to. It's like, bro, either he is
that's
a
all
GOAT.
niggas. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what he is. We know what he is, though. I feel like you be trying to sell him short, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the
but how sell him short or
he sold us short. Aaron Rodgers been selling us short since Brady, especially when Brady went to Tampa. He sold us short some shit time.
Tom Brady has more NFC championships than Aaron Rodgers.
Nobody want to talk about Aaron Rodgers not scoring that touchdown when he had a wide open lane to run against Tampa. But nobody want to hold that man accountable for playing like shit. But he's supposed to be Mr. Bad Man Aaron Rodgers. Come on now.
I mean, the nigga. I'm
just being honest, bro. We seen Aaron Rodgers against the Cardinals. They lost that shit. We seen Aaron Rodgers against the Falcons. They lost that shit. We seen Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. He barely won that bitch. Barely won that Super Bowl, bro. If it wasn't for that defense that they had, they don't win that Super Bowl.
And now in that same breath, bro, when has he had a team that's close to that? The only thing.
Rodgers been third. He's either been 12 wins or more,
and
ever since he's been a fucking starter, bro.
Add the context now. Y'all niggas looking at records.
I'm looking at the talent he had.
Hold on.
Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Jermichael Finley, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb. Like that's 7 fucking receivers and a tight end right there.
And he was winning games. Look, he was winning games.
But he won't winning the ones that mattered.
Listen, bro. To Ralph's point, the year that he lost to the 49ers, them niggas was 15-1. He won MVP. But it was because of him in the offense. And what y'all is dismissing is football being a team sport, bro. The year he won the Super Bowl, he had a top 10 defense. You have to have that. Like, you just looking at records and shit. Oh, he was 15-1. Oh, he won 12 games. Yeah, because of him, nigga.
Break it up.
But at the same time, when it comes to the playoffs, though, and you doing that, he's not uplifting the team like he's supposed to. The regular season is one thing, but when it comes to the playoffs, it's a whole different ball game, and Aaron Rodgers always chokes it away.
I want to say
that frozen tundra game was inexcusable, bro.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Their opening drive in the playoffs, he do shrink. But 90% of the time, it be versus a legitimate 49ers defense. Or like it be a legitimate.
He lost to Colin Kaepernick twice, and then he lost to
He lost to Pat Willis, Navarro Bowman, and them.
Oh, bro, whenever niggas play the highlights from Colin Kaepernick, Aaron Rodgers, they show Colin Kaepernick juking the shit out of Clay Matthews 6 times, bro. That's what they be playing, bro.
That won't the same year he won the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. He had one top 10 defense, bro, and he won the Super Bowl with it.
But he always had talent. Like Aaron Rodgers always put these niggas in the playoffs, but he never get these niggas
because he played in a weak division in the NFC North with a trash Bears, Vikings, and Lions team. He guaranteed damn near 6 wins. All you got to do is put together 4 to 6 more wins outside of your division, bro. This shit is
but then when it comes to the playoffs, what is he doing? That's the only thing I hate about Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying. It gets smaller now. This ain't the NFC North no more. Now we playing all legitimate teams, and I don't have. He don't have a fucking legitimate team. He's just a really great all-time quarterback, bro. That has had some weapons on offense, but he ain't had no top 10 defense.
So is this Aaron? So Aaron Rodgers with the Jets right now? Is this his best overall team for his offense and defense that he's ever had?
No, the team that won it all until this Jets team wins something, nigga. The team that won it all is the best. The Jets ain't shown me shit. They defense looked good last year, and I can only imagine with Aaron Rodgers carrying with them. We got to see it though.
Give me 1 second, bro, because
And this nigga about to be like 39, bro.
no, them niggas was what? No, that's actually wild. I didn't know that they only gave up 15 a game 2010.
But that defense was turned. Clay Matthews led that
Me,
shit.
young Clay Matthews, out not out his prime Charles Woodson, but a defensive MVP caliber year from Charles Woodson. You know what I'm saying? They had
Bro, them
Nick
niggas
Collins
was
back there.
crazy. I'm telling you, like I forgot.
Yeah, I
Chuck
mean,
was on
I
that
feel what you
shit.
said, AD. Like the
But the
squad
nigga
he
had
had was,
Jair too, bro.
I
Jair is
forgot
not
they
a
had
rookie,
Chuck on that defense. That shit crazy. I forgot he was even on that team.
bro.
Like that's crazy.
All I'm
Them niggas-
saying is, bro, there have been I like you can say that teams have let Aaron Rodgers down or he hasn't had the supporting defense or whatever, bro. The Tundra game where he scored on the opening drive and they didn't sniff the red zone for the rest of the game is inexcusable, bro. They held the 49ers to 13 points. And not only that, the 49ers won because of a special teams play.
Aaron got the
The
ball
defense
back though,
did exactly what they were supposed to do.
but he got the ball back. That's the thing.
and he ain't do nothing
When
with
he
it.
gets the ball back,
When he
you're
gets
not-
the ball back,
you don't
he
have
don't
to-
do shit.
that shouldn't be
with
the
it, bro.
standard. It shouldn't be the standard that you got to make the play at the end of the game every single time.
Nah, fuck that.
But you gotta make
Game
it at
winning
least.
drives
If
is
the
a
ball,
standard.
if the ball is in
If
the
you
best,
gotta
if
do it once
the
or
ball
twice.
is
If
in
the
the
nigga got
in
the ball
my
in his
best
hands,
player's
and-
hand,
and I trust
You
my
gotta
my
do
quarterback.
it
best
once
player.
or twice. You gotta
If he's
have
my
that
best
drive.
player and he has the ball
Matthew
last,
Stafford
I'm
with the
expecting him to
That's
do
why I
what he's
read. I
supposed
just
to
read.
do.
Say I trust
Think
my
about it.
quarterback. I
Think
trust
about
mine.
Matthew Stafford with
Yo,
the
Cups,
separated
you a
shoulder against
asshole,
the
bro.
Browns. Granted, it was a
I'm
regular
sorry, bro. I'm
season
sorry,
game.
2-5. I'm sorry.
You an asshole, bro.
This
He's
what I'm
You know what
shown
I'm
it in
saying.
the
saying?
Super Bowl
You done
too,
left
though,
me
bro.
back
This is
here
what I'm
on
saying.
read for
Real
like
quick.
10 minutes.
He showed it in the
Like
Super
I'm
Bowl
the
too,
bitch
though.
that you banged and they never called back.
He's
Let me
shown
get
Bro,
it.
hey,
it.
2-5, I'm
Let me
sorry,
get
bro.
it.
You blocked on the
He's
chat. I'm
shown it in
sorry,
the
bro.
Super
No,
Bowl too,
you
bro.
no. I know why you
All I'm
didn't let
saying
me
is
in
that,
here
like,
because you knew
all
what I was
that
about to say. That's why you didn't let me in
never
here.
No, not an A-Rod backer. Mr. Logical, get your homie.
No,
We
first
had,
of all,
man, bro, we got the second half. Hold on, please. Let me introduce you. First of all, we had a special guest that sparingly comes into the hot box. So this is a special occasion. We had one half of Sports Reports. Now we have the entire Sports Reports as ordered. 2 out of 2. 2-5 Mike Will reporting to the motherfucking hot box. What's good, my brother?
First off, what up, fellas? Now,
What's up,
Yo.
2-5?
What's happening?
Hey, 2-5,
Yo.
there's been a whole lot. Hey, like my man Logical, there's a whole lot of fillers to this here. Fun fact. That's all I know, man. It's a whole lot of fillers out here.
No, this is the thing. Before I even get started, Mr. Logical will tell you that I am not an Aaron Rodgers apologist. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Oh, come on, 2-5.
No, I was one of the first dudes that publicly was hating on Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Before it became fashionable. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Well, we start wearing that bitch.
now let me get to this. This man done lost 8 playoff games where he done scored at least 30 points.
That's crazy, bro.
Hello.
That's crazy.
Hello,
I
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know that.
Like this man lost a wild card game to the Cardinals
Repeat that
on
for
the
them
road
niggas, bro. Repeat
where he
that.
hit 2.
Again,
He hold up,
had
just
a chance.
listen.
Repeat
Just
that
listen.
shit
Just
for them,
listen.
Mike.
You done had your chance. You sit back and relax and let me take you on this
He lost
journey.
8 playoff games.
You know what I'm
Where
saying?
he
Right,
scored
I'm a
30
zip.
points.
Don't be
bro. That's
trying to treat me like Gilligan's Island out here and leave me stranded.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's a stat.
That's
Yo.
crazy, bro.
Phone,
That's
baby.
crazy, bro.
So check this out though. He lost this
Yeah,
game to the
yeah, that look
Like
good.
we can end the conversation.
he lost this game on the road to the Cardinals, right?
And my daughter gonna throw the lobster in here real quick. Go ahead, throw
Like-
the lobster in here, baby.
28 for 42, 423 yards, 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He did have a pick, but he hit 2 Hail Marys in that game. 2 Hail Marys in that game. You know what I'm saying? So that's first and foremost.
Bro, that's crazy though.
You know what I mean? Like, even the game that you're talking about that he lost to Atlanta, he went 27 for 45, 287. Against San Francisco, 31 for 39, 346.
Oh my
Or
god.
326. Against Tampa, against Tom Brady, 33 of 48 for 346. Like,
on,
what are we talking about, bro? Like, you acting like
football is the
gotta make
ultimate
that
team
throw.
sport, bro.
you're
Football's the
right.
ultimate team sport.
You're right.
Hey, but 2-5.
You're
What did he do when
right.
he was inside the 10-yard line?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
Inside
right.
the 10, what happened?
You're right.
He had a whole chance
I'm agreeing.
to run that bitch in, and he decided to do what?
Okay.
To do what?
Hey, can you tell me what happened when Tom Brady threw for 500 yards in the Super Bowl?
We fucking lost.
Exactly.
What the fuck this nigga's talking about, bro? So that's the same thing. We've seen Tom Brady play every type of game, the slugfest, the shootout,
but the point
all of them
is,
shit.
No matter how great your quarterback plays, it doesn't matter. No matter how great your quarterback plays, the rest
still
of the
wear
team
the
has
loss,
to come
the
with
Philly
him.
loss, bro. Niggas
The rest
still
of the
make
team
us
has to
wear that
come
loss
with
to
him.
Nick Foles, bro.
After that, you right?
The rest of the team has to
Do
come with
we or
him.
do we not wear that loss, bro?
As a team,
want
nigga,
more
yeah.
games
Tom
than
Brady.
Does Tom Brady still not lose that, bro? Wear that shit, bro. He wear
Tom
that
Brady
shit,
wears the
bro.
loss 'cause
We
he's the
had the
quarterback.
best
Nobody
quarterback performance,
Bro,
and the nigga lost.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Nobody
don't care about that.
Nobody criticizes Tom Brady for losing that game like you're trying to criticize Aaron Rodgers. That's the point. Like,
No,
nigga had
not because of Tom Brady's singular performance. The only reason why it's a critique for Aaron Rodgers is because it's a habitual offense. That's the only reason. It's an habitual offense.
Let him down.
I give him that.
It's a habitual offense that his defense let him down 8 times.
No,
Does
it's
his
not
defense always let
They
Aaron
do not
Rodgers
give
down?
up 30 points every playoff game, bro.
He got
That 49er game that you're talking about, that
He got
49er
8
game
losses with 30 points.
that 40. No, you ain't getting in yet. You didn't had an hour to make your point. No, like let's check it out.
If it makes y'all feel any better,
Hold on,
bro,
real quick,
the
Brad.
Patriots are 16 and 30
Let me get
when
this
they
real quick.
score, when they allow
So
30.
that 49er game that you're talking about, right? It was tied at 24, right? Kaepernick ran for 57 yards, and then San Francisco had a 93-yard scoring drive. Not a 93-yard play, a 93-yard scoring drive.
So we always blame the Packers' blunder.
No, we do not, Lethal. We look at the whole game. We look at the
I
whole
hold
game.
I hold Aaron Rodgers.
I know you do because you lazy.
No,
you
I hold
lazy.
Aaron Rodgers.
You watch
I
too
hold
much
Aaron Rodgers to the
ESPN.
same
You need to
standard.
get a.
I hold Aaron Rodgers to the same standard I hold Peyton and Tom.
You need some
and Drew
antioxidants,
Brees
motherfucker.
Had defenses, and them niggas had defenses, bro.
You need a
Who had
detox.
defenses? Peyton
You
ain't
need
had
a
no
detox.
defense.
Peyton Manning.
Brees ain't had no defense. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Brees never had a
What are y'all
defense. And
saying?
y'all shit on Brees every time, and I would pick Drew Brees' career over Aaron Rodgers every time, bro. Drew Brees as a quarterback over Aaron Rodgers every time, bro.
Who shit
No,
on
I'm
Drew
not,
Brees?
my nigga. You high, bro. You high, bro.
This is the first time I heard Drew Brees' name today. What you talking about?
This nigga high as a bitch.
We talk about quarterbacks to compare.
Drew Brees never had a top 10 defense, bro.
Drew Brees only won when he had a defense killing niggas, literally. Like, come on, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You're really making niggas
saying
point,
that
bro.
bounty gate.
So that's all I'm saying, bro. If niggas go shit on Drew Brees, we need to have the same shit for Aaron Rodgers, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Because Drew Brees probably has a better playoff record than Aaron Rodgers,
bruh. When they lost the Jimmy Garoppolo year, Mostert had 220 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns.
How does
Mostert had 220 rushing? I'm answering your question.
But when you get the ball,
hey, I'm answering your question. The dude ran for fucking 220 yards and milked the clock. That's how.
So you don't blame Aaron Rodgers for that loss. You got
I blame the whole team. But what I'm saying is y'all are lazy as fuck and need to detox off of ESPN and stop thinking that every game boils down to the fucking quarterback because it doesn't.
Bro, not every game boils down to the quarterback, but
that's what you just said.
Well, no. For one, game-winning drives is an official stat, so we need to go ahead and bro,
how do you get there though?
What's the stat? What's the stat of?
All I'm saying is we could have had that Arizona game that y'all are talking about. All these games where y'all are talking about Aaron Rodgers is the team is giving up 30. He is in these ball games, except for the Falcons joint where he got blew out.
Okay.
And the fucking
So it's
the
okay to
49ers
give up
where he got
30.
blew
It's
out.
okay to give up. It's okay for your defense to give up more than 30
But I'm
points.
saying though, he had an opportunity to have a game winning drive. But
goddamn well, if we was talking about Drew Brees, to your point, you would have said he ain't got no defense, bro. What is he talking about?
Bro. Come on, this is clear bias, bro.
All I'm saying is like keep the shit real all the way across the board.
Mike came on chose violence. He didn't let me talk.
because you done been on here for an hour. You know what I'm saying?
I was on your
I don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? I do this for Dolo.
No, I'm saying you my man's potting pants. What's good?
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is I don't even like Aaron Rodgers, bro. But I'm just
and again, whenever I talk about Drew Brees, it was what it was. But the
just like okay, look, check it out, check it out,
and look,
check it out, check it out. Did Patrick Mahomes in these last 2 Super Bowls? Did Patrick Mahomes play better than half of these playoff games we're talking about for Aaron Rodgers?
No,
or did his defense help him out?
No, the last Super Bowl. This
and
most
Mahomes is my nigga. Aaron Rodgers.
He did not play like Patrick Mahomes.
But we ain't gonna look at it that way. We gonna be like, yo, Mahomes made the play because he got 40 chances.
Until the final drive, he did not play like Patrick Mahomes. But his other 2 Super Bowls, even the one he lost to Brady, he still played better than Aaron Rodgers' playoff games.
You are a motherfucking liar.
Yeah,
that's what you are. You are a motherfucking liar.
Are you kidding me?
You are a fucking liar.
Mahomes came up this bitch dropping bombs.
I'm not, bro. I feel like all the Patrick Mahomes playoff games don't compare.
Peyton Manning won that first Super Bowl. Peyton Manning won that first Super Bowl.
Our first Super Bowl?
Yeah, no, Peyton Manning won that.
Peyton got us there. Our run game won it.
Yeah, you know what? That whole playoff run, he threw more touchdowns. I mean, more interceptions than he did touchdowns. How about that?
Peyton Manning.
How about that? That whole playoff run, he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
When I talk about
but y'all won the Super Bowl. But y'all won the Super Bowl, so nobody cares.
When I bring up Peyton, I say this all the time. I say Peyton choked away. Every time we play Brady, he choked away.
Don't tell me what you say all the time. Say what you say about what I'm saying right now.
Even now,
I don't care about what you said 2 years ago. I'm talking about nobody cares. Y'all won the Super Bowl, so nobody cares. Who lives?
Please, 2-5. Let me ask you a serious question, please. No, please. 2-5, please. When do we ever talk about the sheriff? Honestly, when does my man's ever talk about the sheriff? Ever?
It's not even about him. I'm just making a point.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't bring up the sheriff because I already know.
No, but the point. But I'm making the point is because
we should be talking about that shit, nigga.
Do you like Aaron Rodgers more than you like the sheriff?
Huh?
Me?
Do you like Aaron Rodgers more than you like the sheriff?
Me?
No. Peyton Manning is all time.
If it were up to me, you would put them in the same stadium and just have the ground open up.
Peyton Manning is all time greater than Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, easily. It's not even a conversation.
Everybody know that. But to his point, that nigga then got Super Bowls where he ain't even playing elite.
2015.
Hold on.
He didn't play elite in 2015. He got benched for Brock Asswater.
I was
this nigga said
I was agreeing with him. No,
but that's my point. But that's my point though. Y'all looking at the result of
no neck. You know what I'm saying?
No, but y'all looking at the result of day one. So I'm gonna excuse the fact that he played bad.
No, I don't
give him the credit because he's the quarterback.
I don't excuse it because even when I said that when he won it in Denver, when he won with against Cam, I was like, bro, Peyton played like shit. Like that defense carried them all the way to that Super Bowl.
Exactly.
He just
And
had
you
to
know what?
score.
That
They
ain't
had
what
to
you can
score
say
at
about
least
Aaron
17
Rodgers at
times.
any point. You can't say that
Exactly.
about Aaron Rodgers at any point.
But Aaron Rodgers, no, the
Manny
narrative
got
behind Aaron Rodgers was always
Manny got benched for
Super Bowl,
Brock
Super Bowl,
Osweiler.
Super Bowl, MVP,
Yeah.
Because of him,
MVP,
not because
best
of
in
a
the league,
championship
It took him
team,
Super
bro.
5
Bowl.
years to
Not
win
Like
his
because of
first
a
Aaron Rodgers
championship
has
team.
always been up here, bro. Everybody, the narrative
Because of
behind Aaron
him.
Rodgers
Because
is
of him.
right. So why can't we hold him if he don't
You
follow
can.
We
through?
do.
Why
We
can't
hold
I give
can.
him the
You
backlash?
can. Just
bro.
tell the truth when you do it.
Yeah.
I am.
No, you
I
not.
am though.
No, you
All
not.
right, so
Like-
T5, what am
think
I
he
being
was.
disingenuous
I think he
about?
was.
You're not telling the whole story,
T5,
bro.
how am I
Tell the
being
whole story.
disingenuous about
Context
Aaron
is
Rodgers?
key.
You being
You're not telling the
disingenuous
whole
because you
story.
just don't like Aaron Rodgers.
No, I
But what do
Like,
I
this is
cap about?
documented.
What
This
is
is
the
doc-
lie?
The
What
whole
is the
thing.
lie?
It's not a
Everything
lie,
that
bro.
I've been saying for the last 10 minutes.
It's not a
You-
lie,
like,
bro.
like you're holding Aaron Rodgers liable for these things, which is okay if you want to do that. But do that across the board. Don't
And
make it an
add
Aaron
context.
Rodgers thing and then let other quarterbacks off the hook that lose playoff games that play bad because their name ain't Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, that's
Like y'all talking about that, right? But your boy sitting right next to you been sitting up here trying to talk to me about some Philip fucking Rivers as if he didn't lose a playoff game when they went
We do be
14-2
talking about
at
Philip.
home.
I can't
Hey,
back him on that
Phil-
jump.
But look, the only reason I give Phil high praise, bro, is
Because he played for the Colts.
No, watch it. Not other than that, but he gave us 11 wins after coming off a Carson Wentz year. You know what I'm saying? That was just
And how did that season end again?
how many
bad.
wins did Gardner
The
miss?
Philip Rivers year ended. The Philip Rivers year ended in the playoffs. A loss to Buffalo. Then we bring in
Okay.
Carson Wentz.
So
then
y'all lost to the choker Josh Allen?
When we brought in
Gabe
Carson
Davis went
Wentz,
crazy,
we lost
nigga.
to Jacksonville in a
Y'all
game
ain't won
that
in
we shoulda
Jacksonville since
won.
2014. But I'm
Then
just
we
saying,
go
that's a
out
whole
and get
nother conversation.
Then we go
Rivers
out
ain't
and get
even
a
win
Matt
there.
Ryan and
Why
fucking
Philip
piss
Rivers
away
can't
a
win in
whole year.
Jacksonville? Why Philip
Like,
Rivers
come
can't
on
win
now.
in Jacksonville?
Mr. Logical, I know you was trying to say something, Mr. Logical. I'm gonna give you the floor, Mr. Logical.
All right, hold up. Wait, I'm going to mute myself so I don't jump in.
All right, so Mike jumped in, and we tend to not agree, which is the best part of having a show with someone you don't agree with all the time. Aaron Rodgers, Philip Rivers, and all of these guys. A lot of these guys are on somebody's Mount Rushmore. But when it boils down to it, the defense can be poor, wide receivers can be whatever. But there are years where all of these guys that we have questions about didn't capitalize when they had a Super Bowl caliber team. We all bang on Eli Manning. Eli Manning had a mediocre career by stats. He is 128 and 128 on his career.
For sure.
But for
Don't be giving that man all those wins. He 118 and 118.
118
I thought he was 117. I thought he was 117.
Hey, either way,
117.
Either
But
way,
for
they
2
they
years-
he even Stevens.
for 2 years, when his defensive line went 7 or 8 deep, he was like, so all I gotta do is not throw picks.
And he made the throws, bro.
When it with the throws that mattered, you know what I'm saying? He made that shit.
But look
man-
at
How
what
many
you- look at
points
what you
did
just
Eli
mentioned.
score when they won no Super
Hold on,
Bowl?
hold
How
on,
many
hold
points
on,
did
hold
that
on,
offense
hold on,
score?
hold on.
Wait, hold on.
I gotta be how many
I'm
points?
about to wrap it up. Check it out. If Aaron Rodgers had 2 seasons where he had 1 throw each like Eli, we wouldn't have these conversations because the talent and everything else would match up.
But
We had Eli in the Hall of Fame because of those 2 throws.
But why does though look to that point, bro? Because as much as we are acknowledging the 2 throws, and I heard you acknowledge the defense or the defensive line, if you put Aaron Rodgers in those situations, bro, he don't have to have these miraculous games where he's throwing 31 or 39 and losing 350 yards and losing.
Every quarterback got to make the throw.
He's
no
having
matter
these
who,
games.
no matter how good your defense is. I mean, hell, Tom Brady was 18-0 in the Super Bowl where Eli Manning made the throw to Tyree. So it doesn't matter how good your defense
Yeah, how many
is.
points Tom Brady scored in that Super Bowl?
14.
Okay.
Like
And
you
then
gotta
and
make
Eli, all
He didn't
Eli
take
had
the
to do
lead
was
though.
throw that bitch to play.
And
He
the
didn't have the
crazy
lead
thing
though.
is
Defense
that
gave
team
it
that
up.
Tom Brady had is
it's
not
not
a
just the
team like
defense.
Aaron Rodgers didn't
You
have.
gotta make the play when the play is available. It's
Correct.
not like
Correct. Correct.
Aaron Rodgers always had that team
Correct.
12
We
wins
agreed.
or better, bro.
I agreed with all that. I agreed with all
It's not
that.
an expectation that you as a quarterback, because your defense is top 3, you got to make the play that year. But if I got 13 or 14 years of you, at some point I got to be able to say,
correct.
This year he did it. This year he did it. This section of time he did it, and that's it.
Correct.
Tom Brady played 22 seasons, right? About 21, 22?
22.
Yeah,
22.
Yeah,
I think
he
it
got
was 22.
7 rings. So 66% of the time.
Yeah, and he the only motherfucker that got more than what, 3 or 4?
And that's crazy. But think about it.
Where's
had a
Aaron
top 10
Rodgers?
defense
So that tells you right there. That tells you right there. You don't just wake up in the Super Bowl.
You got to win
20
every
years,
single
you
time.
only, but 20 years, Aaron Rodgers for 20 years, he only has one, bro.
Correct.
Aaron Rodgers didn't capitalize on enough moments when he
I
had
agree
it.
with all that. I agree with all that.
When are
It's
these
the
moments,
four, it's
though?
the
Hold
four
on, hold on.
MVPs.
When are
It's
these
the
moments?
four MVPs.
When are these moments that Aaron Rodgers didn't capitalize on? Because the
Bro, no. Let me do my favorite one. Can I please do my favorite one? Can I please do my favorite one? My favorite one, just really quick. My favorite one.
Hold up. To Cuz point, man. He was just talking about, having the moments and having the top defense. And bro, when Aaron Rodgers had
No. I didn't say have the top defense. I just said no. Regardless of what you have, when you're in that position,
semantics. He
you
said
gotta
top 3.
make the play.
That's what I was going to say. Top 3 defense. You did.
No,
say this,
listen. I'm not
You
talking
did
about
say that.
defense.
You did.
You said
I
it.
didn't.
You did.
You gotta make the play no matter what you have. When you're in that position, you gotta make the play.
But what
Eli
I'm getting
was
at,
fortunate
what I'm
when
getting
he
at,
had it to make the play. All I'm saying is, like, when it's in your hands, you can't control what the defense
Correct.
does.
Correct.
You can't control it. I'm not
Correct.
saying every year you got to make it happen, but at some point, when the stars align and you had all the things that everybody else has always had to win championships, if that happens 6 times in your career, a couple of times you got to make the play.
now
not
that's
saying
why I
all
asked one of
6
these times. That's why I asked one of these times, because he ain't had 6
When
times.
he won
Hold
4
on.
MVPs.
He ain't had
So if
6
you won
times
4
where he done
MVPs,
had.
you should be competing for at least
Cups.
2 Super Bowls, right?
MVP is an
You already know
individual.
I'm
award,
looking
not
it
a
up.
team
So as an
award.
individual,
No.
you
I got a
perform
question.
so
I got a
high,
question.
You're so much better than everybody else in the league. You're voted on. You got
So
to
what
get
not-
hey,
a couple
what
of Super
about
Bowl runs.
the
Is that
the
too hard to
onside
ask
kick
for?
year?
Is
What
that
about the
too much to
onside
ask
kick
for?
year? What about the onside kick year?
Bro, Brandon Bostic, bro, that's the bro. That was my favorite one. That's my favorite one. The Seahawks game. Why were they even in that position? Because you know why? The fucking Seahawks came back from, like, what was it, 19? Why weren't you able to? If we give Kyle Shanahan
Listen to what
the
they
fucking
said.
why didn't you seal the
Green
deal?
Bay
Why
recovers an
weren't you able
onside
to
kick,
keep the
if
fucking?
Green Bay
Why weren't you able to
recovers an
close that
onside
game,
kick,
Aaron Rodgers?
if
You just
all
already
Green
answered
Bay
it,
had to
Ralph.
do was
You
recover an
answered the
onside
question
kick.
when you said the statement, nigga. His defense gave up 19 fucking points, and you asking how the
Okay,
fuck?
listen. That's
Bro,
Come on,
No,
bro.
why
hold
are
up,
you?
no, Raph. It is not. No, hold up,
Why are you
wait.
not able?
If
You
I
do
remember
that number,
correctly,
right?
hold up. If I
Do that
remember
number,
correctly,
right?
if I remember
This shit
correctly,
crazy.
Green Bay
got
didn't
drafted
recover the
in
This
onside
logic
kick,
is crazy as fuck.
and
That's what I'm saying.
he
got
didn't recover
drafted
the
in
onside kick,
2004.
and
It's
Green Bay didn't even get the
2024.
ball
He
in that
got 1
overtime.
Super Bowl.
Hold on. Let Mr. Logical go.
All I'm saying, he got drafted in 04. It's 2024. He didn't capitalize. I'm not trying to break down every single moment, but at some point, you got to make it happen.
Give me more than
You got to
one.
make
Like,
Eli Manning is not a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers, but Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he made the plays the entire run.
And on top of that, how many times have we seen Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl?
The 2 times.
How many
Listen,
Aaron
that's why I
Rodgers,
brought
Tom Brady Super Bowls have we seen?
Hold on.
None.
The
We've
reason
never
why I
seen a
even brought
Tom
up
Brady or Aaron Rodgers
the
Super
reason
Bowl.
why I even brought up the defenses, bro, is because of that statement right there. You just was
Mr.
saying
Logical
Eli
ain't
did it
being
twice,
even
bro.
killed.
Those 2 times, Aaron Rodgers ain't had no defense.
I'm not talking about the defense. Stop.
I know you're not. You're dismissing it. I know you're not, bro. I know you're not. You're dismissing the defense.
The play
You're dismissing it.
Ever.
I know you ain't talking about it. You're dismissing
it. When have you seen?
You're making my
out of these 20 years, when have we seen Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl?
20 games. I don't need
where his defense got hot. And we talking about Eli making plays, two fucking plays, where his whole D-line, the whole game was crazy.
Real quick. Like, come on, we got one highlight. We got one highlight in the Super Bowl when he threw the pass that went off of like Palomalu's fingertips or Ryan Clark's fingertips for the touchdown. Can we get 3 more of those in 20 years?
Bro, the only reason we got them from fucking Eli is because his defense held Tom Brady in check twice.
But he still
the fuck are we talking about, bro?
I'm not taking
that away from him.
Points.
What
they were down 14-10 when Eli made that throw.
Hold
up. They were down 14-10.
What happened to the even kill?
Just went down the field and threw the ball to Randy Moss. Hold up. The defense gave him a touchdown, right? That
I'm listening, bro.
Giants defense just gave up a touchdown to Randy Moss to put New England up 14-10. Correct, right? He's down 4. Eli Manning, number 10, goes back on the field. 18-0 New England Patriots. Did he not make the pass and Tyree make the catch, getting out of grass and everything?
And Asante Samuel dropped the pick.
Oh, let him finish.
All I'm saying is that
I ain't letting them finish. I'm telling the whole story.
We're going to get to that.
Happens. Asante Samuel dropped the interception. Got that. Bet.
All right, cool.
There's more, though. There's more, bro.
That was in front of him when the opportunity existed. Yes or no?
Yes. Now let's put this. Let's flip the coin now.
I.e., inside the 10-yard line.
Flip the coin. Can we flip the coin now? Can we flip the coin?
Did I make that play?
Can we flip the coin? Because where was these circumstances for Aaron Rodgers? When he had that, hold on, bro. Let me finish, bro. When he had these circumstances, he won it all, bro. When he had
no, he didn't.
When he had a top, hold on, bro.
He won one NFC championship game.
He won one NFC championship game and a Super Bowl, bro. Listen,
20 years. He won one.
And how many top 10 defenses did he have?
I don't care about the defense, Adam.
And that's the problem.
He had a top 10 defense in 2019 when they were 13-3.
Listen, I didn't
that's the problem, bro. That's the problem.
I get
the problem.
It's a team sport.
That's my entire point.
Just had a top 10 defense, bro.
Listen,
had a top 10 defense, bro.
I'm listening, bro.
This is my entire point. These niggas is just missing that football is a fucking team sport, and they ride quarterback shit.
Was the moment
this is all it is.
Was in their way.
It's all it is, bro.
Compensate for the team.
Tell me you don't watch football without telling me you don't watch football.
Negative.
So, what about the low-scoring game that he had on the tundra against Jimmy G? Why didn't he make a play in that game?
To somebody's point tonight, I don't know who it was. Mahomes just had not a great game and won the Super Bowl, bro, because of his defense.
I'm not talking
he
about
made the plays he needed to make, just like Eli Manning.
All I said was this.
But he got through because of defense.
Let me go. Give me 30 seconds. All I said was this. Regardless of the performance of your defense, if you are on the field with an opportunity for your team to excel, did you take advantage of it? Regardless of what the defense
he did, bro.
When?
The Super Bowl he has.
He didn't do it against
Tampa
Bay.
He had that one throw, and that's what I said.
What year, bro? Tampa Bay, what year?
Drafted in
2021? No, 2019.
He got drafted. I'm retired, about to be 43 now. He got one throw.
That was the year when Mahomes' offensive line was hurt in the Super Bowl. So it was that NFC Championship game.
That was that moment. Aaron Rodgers had the moment. He was on the 5-yard line, and
I'm
he had
saying
4
when
times,
you have the
3 times, and they
opportunity.
Didn't Bunting get away with a pass interference up in there?
doesn't
I
have
don't know if he ended up kicking the field goal.
short from that one pass that went over Ryan Clark's fingertips. That's all he's got.
Excuse me.
That's
all right. What you were saying, Rumi Rowe?
No, I'm just saying. He said last time when Aaron Rodgers was in that predicament, I was saying was when against Tampa Bay. Like from to Logical's point, it's like when you had a moment, you had to make those throws. So back to if Aaron Rodgers was in that same predicament that Eli was on that same drive, 14-10, is Aaron Rodgers going down the field and scoring a touchdown? You know, so that's what it comes down to. You got to come down.
I can't
to
answer that question.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying, but like everybody says,
I mean, history would say no.
Yeah,
they had a top 10 defense when they lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship 20-37. They had a top 10 defense. They gave up 19 points.
Yeah, that was the year that Mostert ran for 220 yards.
Yeah,
when they lost to Tampa Bay, they gave up 23 points. It was 13th ranked defense, and they was the first ranked offense, 31 points a game.
That's just you're making my point. He had a middle of the pack defense, and they were the team was great.
They were 13-3. They were 13
because of the first ranked offense. Bro.
They were 13 exactly. If your offense is holding y'all, if your offense is carrying you out,
I'm gonna say this.
Why can't you finish the job?
So basically, what you're saying is, as great as Peyton Manning is, there ain't much difference between Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers.
It's really
not.
Just give me
it's
10
not.
Seconds.
Okay,
I am not.
I can look at that.
If that's what you're saying, I can
let me get my 10 seconds.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have like 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
I was about to say, bro, you didn't say that like 4-5 different
I get that the defense. I get that it's a team sport. But I'm talking about when your moment comes to make an impact.
And I still have asked for these moments, bro.
He does not have one aside from that one pass in the Super Bowl. It's not a knock on him, but when the moment comes, because he got the ball back after the block punt in the NFC Championship game, did nothing. He got housed in Atlanta.
Which NFC Championship game you talking about when he did nothing?
The one when San Francisco blocked the punt in the snow.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Every time, that's what I'm saying.
But
and I'm
got
not
the ball back.
Listen, bro. I'm not making.
Ball back?
Yes. I'm not making excuses.
All right, now give Adam 10 seconds.
Yeah.
No. Did he get any? Did he do anything? Did he get the ball? Nothing.
No,
that's
it. Real shit,
that's the whole thing. When I get that this shit happens, Matt Ryan got the ball back after they tied the game up and did nothing. Matt Ryan got the ball back when the score was 28-20.
All I'm saying is add context.
So if you were telling me a Matt Ryan conversation, I'm like, yo, he had a great season, but when he came to not getting sacked and fumbling the ball when you're in the Super Bowl, he didn't do it.
Add context, bro. Add context. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's not bad context.
I said add context. Add context. When you say things like you don't care.
Add context.
Hold
on,
bro.
Hold on, bro. Hold
on, bro.
I never said that you
hold
don't
on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. You're dismissing the context when you say things like you don't care about the defense. That's just missing context.
Fall short. All I'm saying is that at some point you got to take the ownership as the quarterback, the CEO, and say,
we already said that though.
Play.
Me and two.
We had already agreed with that though.
We already said that. Now, except the fact that you ain't adding context. Because when you
I'm
say things,
context.
hold on, bro. When you say things,
don't like what I gotta say. That's not.
No, I don't have a problem with anything with what you're saying, bro. What I have a problem with is you dismiss when you say the only thing I have a problem with what you said is that you don't care about the defense because that dismisses everything you saying.
No, it does not.
It does. It really do though. It really do though, bro.
Yeah, really Eli went 19 of 34 in that first Super Bowl.
Like, come on, bro. The fucking Eli, them fucking throws that Eli made don't even fucking matter. If straight
he won 2 rings, how the fuck it don't matter? What y'all talking about?
Let me finish the fucking statement, and you will understand what I'm saying, my nigga. Let me finish the statement, and you will understand what I'm saying.
Oh, Mr. Logical, hold on.
Like,
hey, to be fair, to be fair, you're the one yelling right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This
shit
crazy.
Ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
That's because you didn't let him finish the sentence.
You need to let him know. I will say, Logic, just let him finish.
Defense was.
You ain't letting them finish. You can't say that when you're not letting them finish the sentence.
Or not. He was down 14-10 and had to get up 17-14 on the team that was 18-0 and he made it happen. Aaron Rodgers never been in that situation, nor did he ever prevail in a situation of anything similar to that.
Put a beat on.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking him, but he never was in a situation where he needed to make the final drive, crunch time move against a team that was better than him, and he elevated his squad when he had the opportunity down one possession. You down 21 points, I get it. But you down a possession. He has 0 playoff games where he was down a possession, forced overtime, and won. He was down a possession, and in NFC Championship game, Super Bowls, anything like that, where he forced the issue and his team won. Sometimes the individual quarterback has to make the play. That's why you're the CEO. That's why you're the face of the franchise. That's why you get paid the most. It's not always fair, but fairness is not always.
Yeah, I get all of that.
It's not for everybody.
But
it's not for everybody. Everybody don't get fairness. Sometimes you gotta be the guy to make the play.
But where's the guys that do that though? All of the guys that you, because I'm not mad at that part of it, bro. But all of the guys that you talking about that does these things, like even my quarterback Matt Stafford, who come back from behind. You got to have the team to put you in that position. And the reason why Aaron Rodgers don't
hold up, Raph.
The reason why
if you got the ball down,
hey, Mr. Logic, hold on, just real quick, bro.
I'm just saying he making it seem like I'm not talking about he wasn't in that position. If he was down a possession,
we don't know what he's saying because you keep jumping him.
All right.
All I'm saying is
check my crab legs.
My point is, I think you confusing what I'm saying as far as the position, bro. What I'm getting at is when Aaron Rodgers was in a similar position to these other quarterbacks that had good circumstances around him, he did what he did, and that was really the only time he had those circumstances. The other times you're talking about, you're just acknowledging that he was in the position of a playoff game, and him being Aaron Rodgers, we need to disregard everything else. If you one of them niggas, do this. Like, bruh, the other niggas that did that shit they had teams. Tom Brady had teams. Patrick Mahomes has teams.
Yeah, I think you're misconstruing my point. I'm not saying that you should.
Your point is you don't care about the circumstances.
No.
You already said it, bro.
Let me break it down like a fraction. Let me break it down like a fraction. I'm not talking about 0-0 when the game starts. I'm talking about that moment when you get the ball back and it's crunch time and you're down one possession. You need a score to go up or
you
tie.
gave me a time. You gave me a time when he was against the 49ers, bro. You gave me a time. I heard you say something about the 49ers.
Listen what I'm saying. You keep cutting me off. Just listen what I'm saying. I never said the circumstances between the team versus the team. I said when he gets the ball back and he's down a possession, just all I need you to do is score, i.e. what Eli Manning did when he was down 14-10 when he got the ball back before the helmet catch. I'm not saying these guys got to make this play all the time, but there was plenty of circumstances over the 20 years of Aaron Rodgers' career where no matter how good or bad his defense was, he stepped onto
disregarding the circumstances.
He stepped onto the field.
You're making is disregarding the circumstances.
Let me finish my point, dog.
No, nigga, because you're disregarding.
You don't want to hear it out.
Like
I'm not talking about 0-0. I'm talking about
I didn't say nothing about 0-0.
With the ball in your hand, what did he do?
Nothing about 0-0, bro.
Nothing.
I didn't say
nothing.
Only you said anything about 0-0.
In 20 years, you got nothing.
Roomy Road.
I'm sorry, Cups. I feel like this is my fault for heightening the heat in the room.
Championship win.
No, Roomy Road. Let me ask you real quick.
Tell me something
Roomy
different.
Road. Hold on, Mr. Logical. Roomy Road. Is Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers the same tier of quarterback, or is Aaron Rodgers a tier above him?
I'm gonna take Brees.
I really think they're the same tier for
real. They probably about the same, but I'm gonna take Brees.
They both
over
at the
Aaron
bottom.
Rodgers, but yeah, I mean they both about the same. If you think about it, but I'm gonna still take Brees over Aaron Rodgers.
And both of them niggas only won when they had a defense.
But I'm saying though, Aaron Rodgers, at least we can say that Drew Brees was a victim of. Well, I'm gonna say a victim,
Oh
but
my gosh, bro! Like, come on, bro! Like, come on.
all
This
right,
shit
I'm gonna
is
start
so
talking though. Cause
fucking bad. This
no,
shit
the
is pure
verbiage I
bias,
used this
bro.
now was crazy.
Y'all just don't like Aaron Rodgers, bro.
But I'm saying though, at least we can say Minnesota Miracle and a fucking egregious PI call. Aaron Rodgers
got the
be
ball back.
bro. We be seeing niggas tricking away games. And Drew
He got the
Brees.
ball back.
We
New
be
Orleans
seeing
got
his
the ball back
defense
in
trick
that
away
game.
Drew
games.
Brees
We be
doesn't
seeing
even
his
have
defense
10
give up
playoff
19
wins.
points, bro.
How many does Aaron Rodgers have?
He's got 12.
12.
Ralph, you just said you be seeing
As a
Aaron Rodgers
starter?
trick away games, and the
Yes.
nigga defense give up 19 points, but this is Aaron Rodgers tricking the game.
What? Joe
Like, cut
Montana
this
only
shit
got
out,
like
bro.
14.
But then why are we talking about the way that
Listen,
Kyle Shanahan
I'm
will
not
trick away
saying Aaron
games?
Rodgers'
The,
defense
the,
is
the
Because
way
Kyle
that
bad.
Kyle
Shanahan is
Shanahan was
actually
tricking
the one
away games
calling the
up 10 in the
plays.
Super Bowl.
Because Kyle
Adam,
Shanahan is the one
Adam.
actually calling the plays. Where he should be running the ball, up scores, he's passing, blowing leads. This is how context is fucking key. And y'all trying to
So
dismiss
is
that.
Aaron Rodgers not blowing
So
LeBron?
like
Is
this,
he that nigga
Context is
or
key, nigga.
no?
Adam,
Context is key, nigga.
I'm gonna give you the reins that the defense wasn't always up to par. But I'm not talking
You don't
about
have to give me that, bro.
defense.
That's what it was, man. That's the fact of the matter.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I was throwing the olive branch out, but calm down. Listen.
That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it
Listen,
is.
calm
You don't
down.
have to do that.
Listen,
We all
I'm
know
trying
it.
to
We
listen,
all watched
listen,
it. You just
listen.
dismissing it.
Yo, I mean, come on, man. All I said was that Aaron Rodgers, I didn't say that the game was always built in his favor or the team was stacked in his favor or he had the
I
better
know
option.
you didn't. I am.
All I'm saying
saying
is
this,
that
nigga.
there's not a lot of listen. I got a degree in criminal justice. I like evidence. There's not a lot of evidence to support that Aaron Rodgers in crunch time in big games comes through in the clutch, regardless of his defense. I'm not saying if you down 14, you down 14. You getting blown out, you getting blown out. I get it. But if you get the ball back, it's 13-10. You got 4 or 5 minutes left. You get the ball back at 17-14. You get in field goal range. You get the ball back. You down 8 from the 8 against Tom Brady at home. And you throw the ball back inside when you could have probably ran the score and gone for 2. Those moments. I'm not saying he's incapable of making those moments. I just don't think we have the documented high definition.
And now, hold on now.
Him making those types of plays in those moments. We
now,
do have evidence of his defense fucking shit up.
Now,
We do have evidence of old boy fumbling the ball.
Fuck the
We do
defense.
have evidence of defensive back getting the holding calls and the Julio scoring touchdowns. I'm not saying that those don't exist.
Why aren't you saying
all
that?
Being the
Why aren't
case,
you? Let me ask you this.
everybody has that.
Let me ask you this. Why aren't you saying that he isn't capable of doing this if he's had plenty of opportunities? Because you said over the 20 years he's had, and I've asked you, what are these
But
times?
we have.
Like
Other
where,
things happen.
like
Mr.
where are these?
Logical, please.
Other
Can you
things
tell me that
happen.
stat? Can you tell me that stat that you gave me about going into the fourth quarter about the Packers?
Oh, that's a thing. That's a thing.
It's a crazy stat.
It was like 9 and
I don't
26
know
or
it for
something like
sure,
that.
but I know he's like, I mean, it's something like 4 or 5 and like 28 going down in the fourth quarter by
It was 9 and 27 last time I saw it.
What is the stat?
The stat is when Aaron. Oh, go ahead.
Down by a touchdown or more, just a regular game. He goes in the fourth quarter, scores 27-20, Detroit over Green Bay. He gets the ball for they got the 15 minutes. He's 9 and 27 in those games.
So he's
when
down.
He's going into the fourth quarter down by at least a touchdown.
So basically, he's down. He has a losing record when going into the
down
last quarter,
possession.
losing games. Is what
down one possession. You get the ball.
I understand what you. I understand.
And see, the reason why that matters. The reason why that matters is because we talk about fourth quarter comebacks.
I understand y'all perspective of it. Do y'all understand?
Right.
Yeah, I get that his defense might not be.
It's not even about the defense. I didn't even mention the defense, bro. I'm saying.
No, we talking different now, Logical.
I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about what the stat that you just was talking about. I didn't even mention defense. Let me break it down. You're saying, because I hear y'all perspective that he should be he's down one score. All you need is one score. Now we talking about 15 minutes of game play, by the way, too. Keep this in perspective. But you basically saying that dude all he need is one fucking, you're down one possession, and he has a losing record of a very bad record. 9-26 or 9-27 is not a good record. But my perspective of that is he's going into the last quarter of the game down. The probability of him winning these games are slim to none anyway. Like he's going into the last quarter down.
You're a Matt Stafford guy, right?
I am.
Look up
I
Matt
am Matt
Stafford.
Stafford. And
Look up
Matt
Matt
Stafford
Stafford's
ain't
numbers.
win fucking
Wait,
shit
real quick,
until he got a team.
real quick. I
Like-
want to see if he changes tone. I want to see if he changes tone. Somebody look up Matt Stafford.
I
Going
know
to
he has the
quarter.
most comeback wins playing for a shit team. I know this. I'm not.
So
It's not
we
about being a
consider
fan,
Matt
bro. But he
Stafford
didn't
a
win
great
nothing.
quarterback, right?
But he didn't
You
win
consider him a great
nothing.
quarterback.
But he didn't win nothing until he got a team.
Would you consider
Detroit
him a
was
great
hosed a
quarterback?
couple times in those playoffs, though.
He didn't win nothing until he got a
Would
team.
you consider him a great quarterback?
Definitely.
Would his ability to galvanize players and come back in the fourth quarter be an attribute that you would like for if you were creating a player, and that's an attribute you could
I
add
think
to your
Matt
quarterback?
Stafford has that over Aaron Rodgers? Yes, bro. Matt Stafford has that, and that's what I'm saying.
What
Like,
else
I'm not.
does Aaron Rodgers give you if he doesn't give you that?
Huh?
Because it's not like he plays well from ahead.
What was the question? What was the question?
So if Aaron Rodgers doesn't give you that piece where he can bring you from behind, which teams end up from behind all the time, you mentioned it because Matt Stafford does it. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't give you that expectation that we go into the fourth quarter's last 15 minutes, I'm coach. I look down at 12 or 8 down in the New York. This guy can bring us back. What does he give you? If you can't look at him as a coach, a player, a teammate, a GM,
why can't you look at him as any of that? Hold on, let me answer your question.
Because
though.
the record speaks to that.
This is what he gives you, bro. He gives you all-time talent from the quarterback position. And
unless
look,
you're down
let me,
7 in the fourth, going to the fourth quarter,
or we can do our job as an organization and build a team around my
He can do his job too. His job is to do what Matt Stafford does.
His
You're
job,
not going to be up in every game.
That can be a part of his job, but his job is to produce. And this nigga winning MVPs and going 15-1 and leading number one offenses. It's at some point, hold on, bro. At some point, the defense has to do something. The coach has to do something. Like, this is why they fired Mike McCarthy and hired Matt LaFleur, because they had reached the ceiling offensively.
This nigga was getting massages and shit in the office and doing he was doing some other stuff. They brought LaFleur in their change. Yeah, McCarthy was getting massages in the office and all kinds. He was doing some other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you gotta, like, every quarterback, to your point, bro, like to Eli and Tom Brady and Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow, Mahomes, these niggas have what you call the it factor. And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers has that. But you don't have to hold on. Hold on though. Just because you don't have that don't mean you can't win. And this is why football is the ultimate team sport. And this is why you have This is why you have quarterbacks like Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers and Jared Goff. Like, these guys are talented, but you have to have a good team around them to get the job done. It's only so many niggas like Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Yeah, but what about the year 15-1? Is that not a good team?
They were a good offense. They was 15-1, but they was a middle of the pack defense with the first ranked offense. Context is key. This is what I'm getting at.
But it's 15-1 in the NFL in 16 games. The defense couldn't have been that damn bad.
I just told you what they were. I literally just told you what the defense was. I just told you what the defense and the offense was. They was middle of the pack defense and the best offense. That team was 15-1 because of MVP Rodgers.
The same thing that Peyton did.
Like, come on, bro.
The fact that we've been talking about Aaron Rodgers for 45 minutes and Aaron Rodgers
Peyton Manning never had that.
That's shit crazy, ain't it, Ro? I forgot you was here,
I'm trying to figure out how the hell y'all
I forgot that nigga was even here.
Bro, because y'all
never had the clutch
how y'all still talking about this shit, bro.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. I don't even fuck with dude like that. Like,
bro, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I thought we were talking about the WNBA or some kind of bunch of
let's talk about
Aaron Rodgers tonight. Like, god damn, y'all been going on for an hour about a nigga ain't playing.
I don't know how we got this long one either. I just don't really believe.
I know exactly how we got here.
Y'all both saying the same shit, just saying a different way.
I know exactly how we got here.
What I want to say is a bad look.
And go left. And shit.
What I want to say is a bad look. I want to say it was a bad look for them to get on TV, to have multiple personalities get on TV and say that, we aren't targeting CC. We aren't, you know what I'm saying, making her a focal point. You know what I'm saying? She's just another player, yada, yada, yada. We got other players to highlight. And right after that, they had a girl so focused on CC that she forgot that she was about to shoot her second free throw.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like the whole thing. Like I got the way the WA is treating Caitlyn is
Come on,
trash.
bro. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I gotta get off my chest, man. I think it's messed up, man. It's like it's become more like a racial profile. It's like, oh, we ain't gonna let this white girl come to this black league and run things. When like, bro, ain't nobody paying attention to the league in over the last 25 years. All these great superstars that was in the WNBA, nobody has been paying attention to the WNBA like they are now. You know what I'm saying? It's like Caitlin Clark ain't doing nothing that's no different than what she was doing in college. It's just that the media's brought attention to it. Fans is watching her. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to be just me mugging her ass and doing all this rookie haze and type shit. Even though y'all ain't doing this to none of the rookies last year. I ain't see nobody taking no hard fouls like this. And now
You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, bro. That was a hit mission.
Yeah, now you're talking about.
They treat you like Jackie Robinson or what?
Yeah, you know,
like
that's how they doing it. And it's like, bro, like y'all can't do that.
She's like, bitch, you just
they're gonna end up changing the rules for it. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. It's like, bro, y'all just hating. And it's sad. I
thought we missed the bad boy Pistons and all that.
Man, you saw what happened with that. You saw they had to change the rules, man. Because they was like,
we missed that.
You beating up the golden boy.
Well, the problem that I have is I don't disagree with anything you just said. But the problem that I have is that we ignore the little bullshit that Caitlyn be doing. You know what I'm saying? She be pushing people. She be elbowing people. She be doing all this stuff.
Thank you. I was about to say, come on, bro.
But like you said, is she?
I don't know. I wasn't watching the full game, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, even going back to college, like, I've seen people come up to her to guard her, like, during a timeout, and she literally flat out pushed them and knocked them on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I've seen her literally, whatever she did to Haley and all this kind of stuff, getting up in people's faces and all this kind of stuff that everybody said was passion. Everybody said that she was a competitor.
Get on her, Mike. Get on her.
You know what I'm saying? The same way that we saw Tom Brady chase that referee off the field in Carolina, and we were like, yo, he's passionate. The same way we saw Brett Favre celebrating touchdowns, and we were like, he loves football. But then we see Randy Moss score a touchdown, and all of a sudden it's bad for the game. That's what we got going on with Caitlyn too, and that's the part that a lot of the Caitlyn supporters aren't acknowledging. They aren't acknowledging. I'm not saying whether Caitlyn started it. I'm not saying that these other girls started it. Whoever. I'm just saying that Caitlyn is not an innocent bystander in some of these situations, but we're treating her with the kid gloves, and we're saying, don't do that to her. When I just watched her elbow somebody in the face, when I just watched her grab somebody's hair, when I watched her grab somebody's arm and they pushed her off and she fell on the floor and they said, "Oh, look at them beating up that white girl."
Well, bro, I feel you 100%. But has a nigga ever neglected his second free throw to get back on defense to cover LeBron?
No. No, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't disagree with what Rose said, but I think there's more to the, like I always say, there's more to the story. Like, we're telling one side of the story and we're leaving out some of the other details.
People are doing outlandish things. And I'm not
it ain't 20v1 if I gotta smack everybody that right for you.
20v1, man. It's been crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said the same thing, bro. Like, I don't mind. I don't like when we watch basketball. Like when the niggas fight, you know what I'm saying. We don't do the media talk. All we worry about is how many games they get suspended for. Does it hurt the team? And did they do it during playoff time? Did they do it during time like, you know what I'm saying, these niggas need them the most? Was it ignorant? But when you see females doing this shit, it's just like, damn, like, it's one thing to be physical, it's another thing to be with the flagrant shit, like the absolute like absurd shit, like you ODing. Like
Right,
I don't
right.
like we don't need
That's
to
my
like
thing
you know what I'm
about it,
saying.
bro.
This
No,
not the
That's my
right.
thing
football.
about it.
It's not the
Yeah,
women's football league. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
They're definitely
you don't
taking it
got
too
you ain't
far.
got to
Yes.
do all that. You could you could be chippy. You could talk the shit. You could talk the trash. You know what I'm saying? Get physical, but when we see our females get out of character
Like when
like that,
Shorty put Angel in the sleeper hold and dragged her to the
you know
ground,
what I'm
and I ain't
saying?
hear
Like
nobody
yeah,
complaining.
yeah,
But I ain't hear
like
nobody complain about it though. I ain't hear
yeah,
nobody
right.
complain about it
Because
though.
but Angel handled it right though. You know what I'm saying? Like Angel, the way she
Nah, fuck
going
how
about,
Angel handled it. Why ain't nobody
no,
else got nothing to say? Why ain't nobody got nothing to say?
Is it
I feel what you
jealousy
mean,
more than
but she
everything
even
else?
but she said it.
Yeah,
She made the state,
Yeah,
but
it's
she made the
jealousy. Oh, yeah,
statement
that's
though.
jealousy.
exactly what it is, Raph.
But
But she
like,
made
Yeah, it's jealousy.
doesn't it
she
help?
made the statement and saying that she was like, but when she tweeted out, she was like, yeah, I mean, I know what's going on. Like they're not gonna give
That's
me
not
no
the
like
point, though,
stat.
Lethal. The point that
You
I'm
know what I'm
making
saying?
is
But
why was there
I
no
get
Sports
that.
Center
No, I get
segment
that.
about what they did?
True.
Wasn't
I feel
nobody
what
on
you
TV talking about, yo, look at this or look at that or how about this or how about
because
that?
I mean, yeah, that's because how they view Caitlin Clark as you know what I'm saying what the media want to do for Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Exactly.
want to. I feel that. I definitely feel that. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say it's like it's a
No,
limit to this
Candace
shit.
Parker was out there fighting and shit. You know what
I
I'm
swear
saying?
to
Just
That
God, they
nobody
was
yeah,
was
showing that
Is
shit
watching.
it a good
today.
thing?
They was
Is it a
showing that shit
good thing
today, Mike.
that they have Caitlyn? Is it a good thing that they have Caitlyn as an enemy because she is looked
Well, you
upon as
need a
the
villain.
all
You need
American
a
sweetheart?
villain, and to have a villain, you have to have a hero, right? So they're building the arc for Caitlyn to be the hero. The only problem is that everybody want to be the villain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's usually just one person. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about like Kevin Durant or whatever, Pat Bev might want to be the villain in that series. You know what I mean? But like with Caitlyn, it's like as soon as she step on the court, it's like bang bang Single Street Gang early.
Hell yeah.
I saw something today though. They already had more fans in 5 games than they had all of last season for that
That's
team.
what I'm saying. It's good. It's good for the women's basketball just to get this any type of exposure, regardless if it's good or bad. Now, as people, we know some of this type of exposure that they're letting out is bad, but at the end of the day, they're getting exposure. They're getting what you know what I'm saying what they need to build their league, you know what I'm saying, to be on the NBA level where it should be on for women's regardless. It should be on the NBA level far as payments, you know what I'm saying? They should be instead of us having to
No,
watch
it shouldn't.
82 games.
No, it shouldn't.
Shit.
I was about
Why
to
they
say,
should?
who
No,
Why
it
gonna
do you,
say
you
it?
shouldn't.
don't
Who gonna be
you
the
don't believe
one?
the female should you
Who gonna be
don't
the one
think
to
these
say
girls deserve some
No,
paydays?
no.
Why?
Why y'all think that?
They
Because
Why?
deserve what?
They're athletes.
because
They're
one,
athletes too,
no, fuck
five.
all that. No, fuck all that. I'm not sitting up here being politically correct. Like at the you know, say they don't make the fucking they don't have the supply and demand that the
Right.
NBA has.
It's
First of all,
fucking
they
math,
don't play
bro.
as many games as the NBA. Second of
You
all,
don't give them a
third of all,
chance. You're not
it took
giving them a chance.
Caitlin Clark just to get half of y'all to watch,
Oh,
let alone the rest of
okay, but
America.
but
Myself included.
but and I'll tell you this though, 2-5. I'll tell you this. I'll
So
tell
when
you
they
this.
earn it, they will
I'll
get
tell you
it.
this. What was more
No.
interesting? The
When they
women's
earn it, they
the
will get it.
what,
Should
what was
softball
more
players,
See,
should
what
five, I
softball
got
players
what
get what the major
what
leagues
was
get?
more what
I
was
got a
more
slight disagreement
interesting
on that
this
piece,
year?
five.
Hold on,
The
Lethal. Hold on, Lethal. Hold
women's
on,
the
Lethal.
What
Hold
did
on,
you
college
Lethal. Hold on,
girls
disagree
Lethal.
with
basketball
though?
or the men's
Hold on,
college
Lethal. Hold on.
basketball?
What you were saying, Romy Rowe?
I slightly agree with what he said. Like when they earn it, they get it. Cause I really feel like the WNBA, like the commissioner, like the WNBA is just got like an old sense of mind thinking.
Right.
Like you
I
know what I'm
want
saying?
them to
Meaning
get it.
like
Yeah,
but
but they
I
gotta
don't think they
earn
want
it
everybody
though.
on the. But even still, like just something as little as private jets for all the teams. You know what I'm saying? Like that could have
That
been
shit
implemented
costs
years
money.
ago. But what I'm saying is the owners could have did that, but the way the WNBA was, they don't run it like how the rest of the league or leagues are ran. WNBA's ran pretty much was like the commissioner runs it, and like the owners reply to her. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not the opposite way around. Like
Right, right.
it's like whatever she put her foot down, whatever she say, that's what goes, and it
I ain't
should
even
be
know
like
that.
that. Like
But
yeah, like
you gotta earn
They
money
don't
to
have the
spend
same
money
leverage.
to
but if
make
you
money.
have but
You gotta give them
if
a
I'm the
chance
owner
to
of my
you gotta
team,
give them a chance to
The
really
league
earn
has been
some real
around since
money.
Yo,
1997.
bro.
No,
but what I'm
Yo,
but
saying
think
yo,
is
about
you
it
can't
yo,
now.
tell
Mike,
me how to
Like
listen,
spend
like
my
I,
money
like
though, you know?
even now.
listen, I agree with that. At some point, you might have to overextend your as NBA. You know what? We might have to do more up front and expect the money on the back end. Because you think about it, how many conversations any of us has had with anybody in the sports topic about a WNBA prior to February this year? How many people? I haven't sent one WNBA text.
Just my man, Lucas Jenkins in Real Sport 365.
I did go to the birthday game last night.
That brought me to my question.
They're moving stadiums, so I think the NBA, like I mentioned on the show a couple weeks ago, maybe each NBA team, 30 teams, you break off $3.5 million. You send them $100 million because it only costs them $25 million for their jets. You break them off $100 million. That way they can pay the top players. Because I think what it boils down to is that women like Diana Taurasi, she's been carrying the torch. Sue Bird carrying the torch for so many years. Maya Moore, Kane, played, retired. Rebecca Lobo, all these women. I see a lot of Connecticut players, but Candace Parker. I got a Candace Parker shirt upstairs. I think they've all carried the torch, and I think they all felt like I was doing more for the league than Caitlin Clark.
And they were.
Y'all ignored everything I was doing.
And they did.
You ignored what these other 7 women were doing, and you give it to Caitlin. And Caitlin's like, all I do is shoot step back threes. It's not my fault.
Right. It ain't even hitting them.
Well, see, that's a media thing, though. That's a media thing, though.
This ain't college.
No, that's not even what I'm saying, bro. That's the player. The players
I think it's the women of the league.
The women are actually
they falling victim to that shit, bro. The women is
she's falling, and they're
don't nobody hate on women like women.
But that's true. But that's what I'm saying though. But that's what I was saying. Like, what was more interesting this year? The women's basketball tournament or the men's basketball tournament?
The women's.
The men's.
By amount, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's the
men's. The only thing y'all cared about. No, the only reason we cared about the women. No. The only reason we cared about the women. No. Don't y'all sit up here and lie to me. Do not sit up here and lie to me. Do not sit up here and lie to me. Do not sit up here and lie. Do not sit up here and lie to me.
No one tried to fight a 6'8" player and
bro, y'all people didn't care about women's basketball. People cared about South Carolina. They cared about Caitlin Clark, and they cared about Angel Reese. They didn't care about women's basketball. They cared about those things.
But what was more interesting? That was my.
They cared about.
What was more interesting this year?
I think you're making a point, bro, because you just highlighted the fact that they are now It's a star-driven league now.
Bro, how many we talk about this all the time? How many of these women's games are even competitive? First of all,
how
you know what I'm saying? How many of these lower seeds pull upsets that make March Madness? We don't watch for that. We don't watch for that. We don't watch for that. We ain't about to get shit. What we about to get?
We're about to get to 5.
What we about to get?
Look about what we're about to get.
What we getting?
All this fresh young blood.
Like who? Like who?
Juju.
Juju got 2 more years to go.
But up and coming. This is what I'm saying. The talent for females, they're actually more talent. There's something to watch.
It's coming.
Versus what we're accustomed to seeing.
Correct. That part is correct. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like because we were interested in 3 teams, that means that the whole tournament was great.
We call them.
But what you say is, you now let me tune in more. Let me start watching these females.
Yeah, let me tune in because they're losing by 15 instead of 25 now.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on. Let me get Mike.
You can't be beating on these girls like the Dream Team.
Mike, think about this. We about to record our show in a little bit. How many topics have you and I done in a year and a half that are about LeBron? Like you and I, how many topics have we done about LeBron? Just LeBron?
Probably 2.
How many times have we talked about female sports, mainly basketball? More than 2, right?
At least 4, yeah.
At least 4. That's the piece.
No, I love that part, and that's what I said. I'm on board with that. Crazy. But what I'm saying is, don't put the horse before the cart or whatever. Like,
No,
don't sit
but
up
I'm
here
just
and
saying. But
tell me
I'm just saying
that
this. But
like we're at this utopia when we're not. Because obviously, if we were, we wouldn't even be having this conversation in the first place.
it's
What's the
good that we're
conversation? I'm
Conversation
lost.
having
is a
the
utopia.
conversation. It's the
The
fact that we're even
conversation is a
having the
utopia.
conversation. The
It's
topic,
a
the fact that it
conversation.
became a topic, the fact that it's out here in the world for us to be like, damn, maybe we as
It's
people, we
only a
probably
topic because they put it in
we
your
over
face.
we
They were
but we
always here.
overlook
The
we
girls were
overlooked
always
that.
No,
talented.
but it's more
Yeah,
than
but we
that.
overlooked
It's
it.
more
We
than that.
overlooked it. We
You
never
ain't
paid it no.
overlook it. You just didn't care about it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
because
lie,
they ain't
Mike.
really
Mike,
galvanizing.
to argue your point, Mike, the 3 teams that you naming made it lit. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
And that's why the women's tournament was better because those 3 teams, Caitlin in Iowa, South Carolina, and then LSU and them. Those 3 teams made that shit interesting. And they end up facing each other. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
the
So like
tournament was more interesting last year.
it
And I
was. It
think that
was.
we ride in that to say that this year was better because this tournament
I
wasn't
would
that
say
good
It
this
better.
was
year.
I
better than
would say
last year.
better, but
It was
it
better
gave
than
you
the
more
men's
reason to
though.
watch. It gave you more reason to watch.
It
It
Gave
was
you more
better
did.
than the
And
reason
that's where
men's.
we
to
are. We're
buy
in the
in.
progress right now. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
the
We live in this
progress is being
society where
attacked by
we're
the
trying to
women in the
fast
league.
forward everything and microwave everything. We got to build to that. We're in the middle of building.
Real quick, Mike. Like I'm not. What I think I understand what you're getting at, but I think the other women in the league are approaching the current state of the league kind of in the same vein that you are, saying like, "Yo, we've been here. You should have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
riding
You should have
Instead of
been
welcoming
doing
her.
this.
been
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
this
Exactly.
versus saying
Right.
like, yo, we got this
Yeah,
Caitlyn chick.
They
I
gotta put
Right.
that
want
shit
I
to
would
the
like to.
side,
Yeah.
bro. They gotta
Caitlyn
ride the
I rather
wave,
like a
man.
sisterhood.
They gotta
Yeah.
ride the
ride the
wave.
wave.
They
They
Not
gotta
do. I
ride
necessarily
the
agree with that.
simply
I agree with
on
that.
this podcast.
they
Let
gotta
her
put them
cook.
feelings to the
I'm
side,
not
man.
saying let her score,
No.
but
But
don't be
you don't got to
slapping.
beat her up.
Keep in mind, they slapping all the rookies around. Angel Reese is getting it. Cameron
Yeah.
Brink is getting it.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is getting it. It's like sweetheart. I hate sweetheart. Like it's not a
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
endearing term.
Don't be condescending now.
But like you gotta recognize that. Yeah, I didn't buy you flowers last year for your birthday, but I got you flowers this year for our anniversary. Can we celebrate the flowers you got for your anniversary and move
Man,
forward?
all
Or
this
you gonna be
shit.
mad at me because I didn't get you flowers last year for your birthday? And that's how they're
No,
behaving.
I'm with all that.
They're being
I agree with
All
that 100%. I'm just
but
saying
now
that we
you
don't
got
have to
enforcers
exaggerate.
in the league
We don't
that
have
don't
to
know how to answer
exaggerate. Just tell
questions
the
because
truth.
it's like,
We don't have to
why'd you grab
exaggerate.
it by the neck? Oh, all these rookies deserve to get grabbed by the neck. What are you talking like? They're not used to it.
Nobody is asking for anybody to get the Diddy treatment. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I want the same things that you want, or I want them to be successful. I want them to build a league that is going to have a following, have support. I want that. I've been wanted that. Now I ain't going to sit up here and cap and say that I've been watching the WNBA for 10 years or whatever the case may be. I get in and out of it from time to time. But but what I'm saying though is that we can't act like we can't fast forward. They're building right now. They haven't necessarily earned,
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
but
what I'm saying, like
the
the
people that are
ability.
your building, the people that are you have foundational pieces.
Yes.
Tarazi,
Yes.
Peloton,
Yeah, Sue
some of
Bird,
these
all them.
legends. You have
Wilson,
legends.
she
You
balling.
can't ignore the fact that these new girls aren't them, but they can get you to a new level that the previous
Yeah,
legends
I
couldn't.
agree with that. I'm
But
with
there's
that.
a lot of legends still in the
But we gotta
league
let
that
them.
don't want that happen.
We gotta let them. It ain't happened yet. We gotta
But they
let
won't.
them
They
get.
won't- they
They
We
won't let
gotta
them
won't
this
let
let
them
time.
them.
do that.
They going through the
That's
But
the
they,
training
but
problem.
camp.
but
You
you,
shouldn't
you
already
still gotta
want them.
support. But you still gotta support them
Doing
too.
a
Like you know what I'm saying.
podcast
Like you still
during the
gotta help them out. You
saying
can't
she
you
won't
can't put
Definitely,
them in a
shit.
you still can't
definitely.
put
I
them
don't
in a
disagree with
situation
that.
where you know what I'm saying they can't take advantage. You know what I'm saying. They might have the keys, but they can't use the keys. You
I
know what I'm
don't
saying. What's
disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is now that Caitlyn is in the league. Now that Caitlyn is shooting 35% from the floor,
She's been
29
around for
from
3
three.
don't kill her before you see
Stop
her make
it,
the
stop it,
change.
stop it, stop it. The
Milk
point being,
lasts longer.
stop it. The point being is that now that Caitlyn is here, there are women out here performing, like Asia Wilson, like Rakia Jackson, another rookie, out here performing.
Like
Now
they
that
step.
Caitlyn is here, we can focus on them now and not just Caitlyn.
Maybe if they didn't shit on Caitlin Clark the entire time, that wouldn't be the whole story. Maybe if they just played the game and let the results come as results, then people could watch the game. And
we are letting the results happen. Her team is 1-6. Let's talk about the team that's not 1-6.
Like you're a rock.
I ain't gonna let them games be lopsided like a bitch too, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Them
She
should be
scored
like
3
80
points
to
last
like
night and they
40.
lost
That
by
should be
40.
crazy.
Let's talk about somebody else.
That
I mean, we
should be crazy.
knew that the team sucked, bro. They had the number 1 pick.
Exactly.
But that's what he's
So
saying.
now that
But
the
that's what he's
attention is
saying,
here,
though.
but
That's
bro,
what
this
Mike
is the
did
thing.
that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So check it out, right? We got LeBron, right? Raph brought up LeBron, right? LeBron is NBA Central, right? And in the finals right now, we got Dallas against Boston. They got their own star power, whatever the case may be. We not sitting up here right now talking about LeBron. We talking about, is Tatum going to be Finals MVP? Is Luka going to do this? X, Y, Z.
Ain't it
LeBron
wonderful? Ain't
put
it
it
great?
there to now we can expand that he's not there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To whereas with Caitlyn, she's out here losing games, looking like shit, whatever the case may be. And now let's highlight these other teams that don't look like shit. And you can still give her attention. You can talk about Caitlyn. You can have a 15 minutes. No, you listen. You've been talking for 2 hours. You listen. Y'all been fucking talking about Caitlyn. Y'all can have a 15-minute segment about Caitlyn. You can talk about Caitlyn for 10 minutes of that segment, and you can spend the last 5 minutes going around the association. That's all you got to do. You can still get your Caitlyn Clark fix and highlight some other shit.
Wants to be talked about. If every single
I'm not talking about them wanting to be talking about. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us. Don't talk about you want to build the NBA, the WNBA, when you're only building Caitlyn.
Yes, no one's only building her, but if
they are.
Listen, if
they only talk about her, bro. They do.
If every single game that Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese plays in, some WNBA
that's the only one that's moving.
Punches one of them in the neck or knocks him over.
But she's not moving the needle though, bro.
Knowing the day before,
bro. Did you see the numbers that Angel Reese's game got on streaming?
But I'm saying,
if you know, if you hit her hard, you foul her hard, that's going to be the whole story the next day. Then that's your fault. Because you're a WNBA veteran.
Who chooses to tell that story?
Right. That's what I was ready to say to you.
Who chooses to tell that story?
You already know.
That's what I was saying to media.
But who's choosing to tell that story?
But we already know it's not about choice. You already know.
It is about choice.
If somebody fouls Angel,
all right. So look. Donald Trump, right? I always say the main reason that he won in 2016.
I like how they snuck you on the big box too. Keep going.
The reason that he won, one of the main reasons he won in 2016 is because CNN and MSNBC covered every fucking thing that he said. You know what I'm saying? If they kept the camera off of him,
he still wins.
No, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He galvanized because he got free coverage that everybody else was paying for.
Yeah, but nothing else is happening. With WNBA, with the WNBA players, they know that there's three rookies right now that if you as a WNBA veteran do something to, you're on SportsCenter. Cameron Brink, because she's tall, blonde, pretty, Steph Curry's god sister. You're on the news. Angel Reese, entrepreneur, black, outspoken.
Is she really Steph's god sister for real?
She's something to him, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that's going to get you on the news. And Caitlin Clark is the icon that they have put on the top of the mountain, no matter if you feel it's warranted or not. So, if you're a WNBA player, you can literally go out like Sabrina Ionescu or Breanna Stewart and put 40 on her. Or you could be
Sabrina had the 3-point contest against Steph, and I ain't even heard her name this season.
Who's that?
Sabrina.
My point exactly. Angel Wilson makes it
think about it.
No, but that's the point. But that's what I'm saying though. If you have a 15-minute segment and you can give Caitlin Clark 11 or 12 of the minutes of that segment and still use the last 3 minutes to talk about something else within the league. You don't have to make it 15 minutes of Caitlin, go to commercial, come back 10 more minutes of Caitlin, do your show, come back another hour, and now the next show got a 15-minute segment on Caitlyn. You know what I mean?
But that's TV. I'm
There's
talking about the
available
players.
hours in the day
Yeah.
to talk about some other shit.
I'm back with your record now. You're talking about the TV. I'm talking about the players. I think the players can do better to capitalize.
I said that I agreed with that.
Because the problem is, I think the players.
But the problem is that the players are doing this. You said it yourself. You said it yourself. You said it. You said it yourself. You said that these players are attacking her because they know that's the only way to get on Sports Center.
No.
Again, okay, my bad. You said something along those lines. You said something along those lines.
But the point. Let me rephrase it. Listen. I said, if you know,
that shit crazy.
No. Listen what I'm saying. I thought it was clear, but I'll rephrase. I'll make sure I get it right.
You're gonna say something real semantic, that's what you said.
That's what I'm saying. If you know, as a WNBA veteran, these players are being highlighted in your league, and you decide to hit them in the face, knock them over, foul them hard. You're not going to get highlighted for your skill. You're going to get highlighted for the fact that you are coming off as attacking these players versus just go give her 40. If you go give
that
her
ain't going to get nothing.
The conversation, Sabrina Ionescu, Breanna Stewart, when they beat the hell out of the Fever, the fact that I even know that they did that is because they beat the fuck out of her. No one hit her.
I know Asia.
Yes, because they were talking about Caitlin Clark and not the team that beat the fuck out of her. Check your own videos. You always be number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Sabrina Ionescu
for 5 straight games. The fact that I know that lets you know that she put in work.
That's what I saw. You can just, like the one I saw with Sabrina Ionescu, she faked it to the left. Caitlin Clark, completely as a rookie, has no idea what the defense looks like. She went for the fake. Sabrina looked at her, shot the 3.
So that was what, 30 seconds?
They put in a slow
That was 30
motion.
seconds of coverage?
I don't care how long it was.
I know you don't care. That's the problem.
She didn't punch her.
You're doing a whole lot of not caring out here.
That's all I'm saying.
What do you care about?
You don't have to punch her in the neck.
How could you be so heartless?
The problem is when you punch her in. Real quick. Reference a movie, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a movie called The Chicago 7. It's about the trial that happened during like the pro-Vietnam movement. And they had 6 white guys on trial and 1 guy from the Black Panther movement. And the judge gagged the guy from the Black Panthers. And then the prosecutor and the defense attorney went to the judge. They met in chambers. And he was like, we're going to dismiss charges against the Black Panther guy. And then he looked over. He's like, that's because you've already ruined your public opinion of the Black Panther member because you treated him so poorly. You could have used him as an outspoken, loud black militant, but you gagged him in court with the sock and duct tape. So that ruins your credibility to say he was the outspoken one, and now you are. That's what I think they're doing to Caitlyn. It's like Caitlyn. I
agree with that.
Get her ass kicked, and that's all.
I agree with that.
The fact is, they could just kick her ass, but they want to slap all the rookies around because they got shoe deals and they got their shit. Like Angel Reese got her stuff in Dick's Sporting Goods. She had it in for like 6 months. She's selling products and they're doing things differently than these.
Okay, so let me ask you a different question. Let me ask a different question. Let me ask a different question then. Let me ask a different question. When do we, or let me not say we, when does the media get to a point where they do talk about other teams and other players without being prompted to?
Never.
And that's the problem. And that's why the WNBA can't get the money and stuff that y'all are talking about.
I didn't say they got to get it from the media, get it from the league. Like I said, get $100 million from the NBA.
Yeah, I was ready to say, he did say a minute ago, and that's the only thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about the NBA players. NBA players got
they gonna have to invest. They gonna have to like
help the females out.
Right,
you know,
right.
Like you said, got money where they can definitely help.
The media is only going to go for what's hot. If
the league also has a responsibility. Fuck the media. The league also has a responsibility in this situation.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. I got a video. Hold on.
I think is the incident itself. Sky guard Kennedy Carter, who's a former 4th overall pick in the draft, bounced around the league. She's actually been thrown off of essentially 2 teams for conduct detrimental. She actually wasn't in the league at all last year. Comes back into the league this year, and all of a sudden her name is on the radar for all the wrong reasons. In a game where she played.
Before we even go further, is that what you were talking about, Mr. Logical?
I'm just saying, like, if you know that's going to happen as a real veteran, you wouldn't want that to be the highlight of your league for the week.
Teams for conduct detrimental. She actually wasn't in the league at all last year. Comes back into the league this year, and all of a sudden her name is on the radar for all the wrong reasons. In a game where she played very well otherwise, as Indiana was able to get the win, which I also think is relevant. You do a lot of yapping when you lose, and you have an incident like this. When you lose and you refuse to talk to the media, when you lose, it makes you look like a sore loser, which is part of this, the professionalism here. But I think on the most micro level, like, Kennedy Carter was way out of line. That's just not that complicated. Clearly lining her up and body checking her. Like, that's not a basketball play. It's a cheap shot. It's dirty. It's all of that. This isn't complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. It starts a fight on the playground. At the end of the day, it's unprofessional. That is very much in line with.
I don't think anybody disagreed with any of that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think that anybody disagreed with any of that.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all.
You know what I mean? You know, obviously it was out of line. There's no place for it. All that stuff, all that cliche stuff. Play the game the right way. You know, all that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, okay, WNBA players have a responsibility to not be jackasses. You know what I'm saying? To not beat up on Caitlin Clark or whoever else, right? They have a responsibility to not do that. The league has a responsibility to highlight these, like, now that you know that this is a problem, this jealousy, whatever you want to call it, however it is, why not advocate for the players that ain't doing that shit that are still playing well?
Who brought up the bad boy Pistons? Didn't somebody was talking?
I brought that up. That up.
Come on, bro. Like, do niggas even, like, do we have a problem with this shit, bro? Or is it because they women? Like,
no, we have a problem with it because
I don't
have a problem with it.
I don't mind. Like, I don't mind physicality.
But it was trying to kill MJ, but it was mad.
I think we had a problem with the bad boy. I think we had a problem with the bad boy Pistons. That was just the culture. That was just the culture, so it was accepted.
Better than them, bro, and was trying to kill him.
Right. That thing was just one team.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That was the culture then, and it was just accepted because that was the culture. We're in a different place now where that's frowned upon. That's not a part of the game. It shouldn't be a part of the game. So now that it is a part of the game, it is right. It is rightfully being criticized. It is rightfully being criticized. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is that you got two choices. You got two choices. You can either focus on the negative, you can focus on the positive, and then the third choice is you can focus on both. And what we're doing is we're focusing on Caitlin, and that's it.
You're funny.
I mean, as the WNBA commissioner, I don't know, has their focus ever been to be like a top league? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they might have been just content with being where they've been at this whole time frame. I don't
know what the commissioner's mind frame is, but anytime you put one of these women next to an NBA player, they say, "Give me the money."
I hear the players saying that, but I'm saying just like as a league in general, like they haven't made no jump start to do anything within the last 20 years. I don't care what nothing. They haven't done nothing. Like when they first started the league in the 90s, from 96 to 2000.
But to Raf's point, that's where Silver comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He actually
like the WNBA commissioner don't got no clout. You know what I'm saying? Like ESPN ain't listening to her.
Do you feel like I wouldn't even look at it like that? Do y'all feel like they don't know what to do with this exposure they're now getting?
No, I think they just don't care, and they assume that there wasn't a market.
I think they don't know what to do with it. So
I think the players are jealous
I think they don't know how to handle it. Like
this problem started way before Caitlin Clark.
I think the players don't like the attention, and I don't think the players are being monetarily compensated for the increased attention that Caitlin is getting. I don't think it's a matter of maybe some more jerseys being sold, but I don't know if their deal
Bruh, I probably make more money than
on
Kelsey
ticket
Plum.
sales and stuff like that. So I don't know if their deal is good enough to where it benefits them. It's like, yo,
I make more money than Brittany Griner. I ain't got to go to Russia. You know what I'm saying? Like, this probably started way before Caitlin Clark.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but like I said, I just think that they've been in.
But this the best time to. But this the best time to fix. This the best time to fix it.
And part of fixing it is highlighting other things besides Caitlin Clark.
For sure, I feel you. No, I definitely agree with you on that.
Because back to Raph's point, right? Back to Raph's point. You got LeBron, but we still have conversations about Giannis. We still have conversations about SGA, Luka, so on and so forth. LeBron dominates the conversation.
All niggas really talk about is Jokic ass.
But we still talk about those other dudes. With Caitlin, like for real, if Caitlin came out here and was averaging, and I know she's a rookie, don't do the thing, but if she was averaging 25 right now, you know what I'm saying, like or whatever, it'd be a whole different story. But they like, yo, this chick barely averaging, whatever, and X, Y, Z.
The fact that you have an expectation of her averaging 25.
I don't have an expectation. I'm just using
no, not in a negative way, not in a negative way, in a positive way. The fact that you're thinking about, damn, I wish she was averaging something different. I wish she was playing better. I wish
not me.
You're having these conversations about the WNBA is a testament to how the impact of what these young women have done.
Yeah,
I just don't understand where somebody isn't benefiting. The women in the league, I don't know if it's their CBA or if it's ticket sales. I don't know if they're just not getting a check. Because if they were getting an extra $4,500 a week off the increased ticket sales when they used to get $450, I think they would care. But something has to be monetarily incentivizing these other women to pull back. But
they got Skims now, right? They got Kim Kardashian now.
When Clark get more money, then she will get beat up from now until August.
Just like Caitlin is the all-time leading scorer, right? In college basketball in NCAA Division I. You know what I mean? The third all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I got drafted in the same draft, and she got cut last week. And you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times,
that's Caitlin Clark.
Huh?
That's Caitlin Clark.
She's the third all-time leading scorer, and she just got cut by the Aces last week. But the problem with that is, it's not the fact that she got cut.
No,
hold up. But the problem ain't that she got cut. The problem ain't that the champs cut her. The problem is that a lot of these WNBA teams have to cut players just to be able to pay their Kelsey Plums and their Sabrina Ionescu's. That's the stuff that should be being highlighted.
Right.
Before we even get to, hey, Angel Reese ain't getting enough attention, or this person ain't getting. Before we even get to that. So if you're gonna fix it, fix it.
25, you choppy, bro. You choppy, bro.
I heard that nigga clear as day, Ralph.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna fix it, is all I'm saying.
So it must be my John Dan. You
choppy, nigga.
Yeah, they got a they got adjust the season.
Can you hear me now, asshead?
It's the whole process is retarded from the season, from the draft. Like I said, like she just was in March Madness in March. She didn't get a chance to even graduate, and now you playing in a WNBA game, professional, literally a couple weeks later. You know what I'm saying? Like
draft was the Friday after the championship game.
You see what I'm saying? Like
the following week.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, come on now, you have no time to gel together.
That's the stuff that needs. But you know what? But the problem is, as soon as somebody get on TV and say that shit, people gonna talk about misogynist. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to see women. Why you doing? You know, that's why I started off by saying I'm not going to be politically correct because, for one,
you got to be real. You got to be.
I'm gonna just say what need to be said.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I respect that, bro.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful because, like I said, I want them to succeed.
That's why I start off agreeing with you, bro. Because like, you can't if they want to be here. Like, if they want to, I don't want to hear treat us like the men, and then we got a fucking massage. You like, come on, bro. Like, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Paige Beckers next year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to watch Juju in college next year. And now we have a foundation of let's follow these women as they grow. And now when they get to the WNBA, because that's the thing, right? We talk about the NBA draft. Yo, I don't know these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But now with the WNBA, they're in a position now where these women are going to be highlighted coming into the league. So it will get better. But at the same time, we can't wait for Paige. We can't wait for Juju. You got momentum right now. You know what I'm saying? And you got momentum outside of a woman named Caitlyn.
I think this still counts as momentum, though.
We got 2-time champions that, you know what I mean? That, like, the president ain't even acknowledged and bring to the White House or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we got the little cameras when they walk in their outfits into the arena.
Yeah, we getting there. We building. We building.
We got that shit when Angel Reese ready to trip over her own feet, though. We making fun of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Just like what's her name? What's her name?
Cameron Brink?
No, like I brought up Rakia Jackson, right? And she plays for LA. You know what I'm saying? Any other fucking sport, LA is in our face all the time. Whether it's the Dodgers, whether it's the Lakers, whether it's like I like to call them Trojangelis, the USC Trojans. LA is all in our face.
Even with baseball, is that what you be really saying, Mike? Trojangelis.
They trying to do a makeover.
Yeah.
Bro, I was reading that shit Trojangles the whole time, bro. I swear to God on my moment, bro.
You up here making chicken jokes, bro?
Yeah, I thought what you said that shit is Trojangelis.
Trojangelis, yeah, because they be taking over LA. When USC is good, they take over LA.
I swear to God, this whole time I thought that shit was Trojangelis.
Yeah, but LA is in our face. Even when UCLA basketball is bad, it's in our face. You know what I'm saying? Bronny was in our face at USC. Like LA is always in our face. You know what I'm saying? Rakia Jackson out here averaging 10 points, shooting 49% from the floor. And I don't think I've seen her on ESPN once outside of the draft. You know what I'm saying? But Caitlyn out here shooting 35%. She everywhere.
That's what everybody want to see right
now.
We about
to make a pivot. We about to make a pivot. Roomy Rowe, I got something for you. Give me 1 second. You already know.
Man, bro, you see my pictures going down, bro?
Yeah, bro. Dropping like flies. You see my boys. Oh, yeah, hold on. That's all I heard was Soto.
I don't think we're talking about 5 to 10 teams that could possibly.
My bad. Hold on. My bad. Oh, shit.
What sport is this? What is this about?
This is baseball.
Talking about Soto. I don't think we're talking about 5 to 10 teams that could possibly bid for him. So whenever a guy has this kind of talent and is requiring that kind of money, the Dodgers aren't going to sign him. When you start looking at all the teams that could potentially sign him, his former team's not going to sign him. So I think there's a lot of things, meaning Washington, not his current former team, the Padres. They still could be in the mix. Who knows? But I just don't think you're talking about a pool of 10 teams. So it'll be interesting to see how it runs its course.
They're talking about Juan Soto.
Yeah, because he on a 1 year contract with us.
Right.
So
right.
He'll be a free agent at the end of the year. And Soto's one of those players when he turns down big contracts, like when he was with the Nationals, he had like a 15-year, $440 million contract. He turned it down. Yeah. So that's what they think. They was like, well. But the Yankees, we're not gonna lose them. We ain't losing them. We're gonna have to bust that bag up. I tell you that.
No, the Yankees is the one team that's gonna,
Yeah, we'll dump off some other contracts.
Why they was talking about the Dodgers though? Because
the Dodgers is to be. I mean, for like you said, for the teams that can afford a Juan Soto, it's only could be big market teams. That would be the Dodgers, the Yankees.
We ain't got no space for that shit.
Not in the because
Chicago, the Cubs, maybe.
What help the Dodgers out is that those big contracts that y'all have, all those are on the back end. So in the first 5, 7, 6 years of the contract is little money.
Yeah, what is it? Shohei only getting like $4 million or something?
Yeah, it's like $4 million, and the other dude that y'all got, the other dude,
how much of that is in the MGM right now?
It's only like $1 million. You're getting the other 6 something on the back end. So I don't think we're gonna lose Soto. Like we're gonna have to he probably gonna make about. He might make about Ohtani money. 700.
That's what I don't understand. That's why I don't understand Atlanta sports. Because I feel like, Atlanta's not LA or New York, obviously. But, Atlanta's a big enough city that Atlanta don't never do shit.
Didn't the Braves just win it, though?
They did.
They did in 2020, I want to say.
2020.
It was just recently. It was like 2021.
Yeah,
2020.
Is it
2020,
still
2021.
owned by Ted Turner and TBS Sports and all of that?
I believe so.
That's deep money right there.
That
But they
shit
don't
was
spend
huge
it like
when the
that,
Braves
though.
won, though. When the Braves won, that shit was a big fucking deal for them. Like, to Mike.
It was.
Because
But I'm just talking about Atlanta. I'm
shit.
just talking about Atlanta as a city, though. Like,
Yeah,
not
they
just the
don't be
Braves,
winning
but
shit. Like,
yeah, the Falcons don't do shit.
them
Like,
niggas be hyped when
you know what I'm saying?
when the Bulldogs win.
As long as
That's
you're relevant.
nasty.
You know
Rumi,
what I mean?
what
Who
is the
else?
Braves' record this year?
The Hawks don't do shit.
Ron out
They
for
had
the
second
year,
place.
bro. Them
I know
niggas
that.
hit. Ron
Yeah.
Acuna Jr.
Hold on, I got you, Cups.
They had second place, but they behind by like
Ronald
4
Acuna
games, 5
Jr.
games.
So the Braves right now are 33 and 24. They're 7 games behind the Phillies.
They not catching the Phillies.
But Ronald Acuna is out for the season.
They hit,
Yep.
bro.
Hey, 2-5, you know who got the best record in MLB,
The
right?
Yankees, man.
Oh, you better say it
Yeah,
again.
I got it.
The Yankees tied with the Phillies.
Let's step back.
I know.
Let's
They
go
so
back
the
in
Phillies just
time.
won today. He was off today.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
2021. Finished without Ronald Acuna Jr. this season. Are the Braves finished without Ronald Acuna Jr.? Let's step back. Let's go back in time, all the way back to 2021, when the World Series champions were the Atlanta Braves. Let me tell you what happened that year. Ronald Acuna Jr. tore his ACL and missed the rest of the season. So are they done without him? Absolutely not. They're still a really good team. They still have Max Fried pitching like a Cy Young winner out there. They still have Chris Sale looking like vintage Chris Sale. They still have Charlie Morton, who pitches great in the playoffs. They still have a fantastic offense. They're going to make a move. You remember the moves they made in 2021? They go get Eddie Rosario. They go get Jock Peterson. They bring in a bunch of names, and everybody's scratching their heads like, man, what are we doing? And they just pair Adam Duvall, and they just mixed and matched, and guys got hot during the playoffs. Eddie Rosario is unbelievable. They're going to go make moves and do a same sort of thing. So I think they're going to be okay. I think they can certainly get to the playoffs. I think they can win. I never at any point this year had them winning the World Series, and that was when they had Strider and Acuna. That sucks. That hurts them. They are not as good, but I still believe they're a better team than the majority of the National League. Are the Braves without him? No.
Yes.
My big issue with that, but everything he said was that everything he based his argument off is going off of 21 season. Bro, that was 3 years ago. Like, this team is 3 years older. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody
The Phillies weren't as good then. The Dodgers didn't have Shohei then.
Exactly. Like, it's a different league now. 3 years later, the team is different. What'd you say, Ralph?
So you saying that they can't still have the same formula of bringing in a couple players, you know what I'm saying, now that Acuna went down?
I mean,
they
can, but like he just read the record off. They're 33 and 24. If you were sitting their record, I mean, that's not that great for them. Like, they're gonna squeeze in the playoffs. That makes sense. Just because their division is so trash. The Mets is trash.
I mean, the good news for them is they have the pitching to make a run. They do have that.
They do have that. I give you that. You're right. That's all you need in the playoffs. But I don't know if they could beat the Phillies.
No.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the division. So I think the Phillies gonna win that division. And the Braves probably gonna be a wild card team, and you know, MLB playoffs is cutthroat. Now that first game is like the NFL. First game, I don't know. Is the first game you out?
It's the worst playoff format ever.
You out?
Yeah.
It's
you're out.
It's crazy.
It's just like that bullshit play-in, but that's a whole nother conversation.
You know how I feel about the play-in.
Yeah, you know.
I got one more. I got one more for you,
favorite baseball team, Ralph?
I don't really have a favorite
you already know.
team.
It's all
here. I rock with the Yankees. I mean, I'm in Jersey. But a lot of times, I like the sport for the sake of the sport. I used to play baseball. That was the only sport I could play when I was younger. I was small, so like.
Yeah, I played baseball too.
That's the only sport
it's so crazy. Everybody think because I like all Boston teams that Boston is what tie all my teams together, but I actually have a different story for every reason why I have a Boston team.
Yeah, that Red
you know what I'm saying?
Every time you
were VA, right?
Yeah, I was born in Richmond.
How you get Boston for everything?
That's what I'm saying. So look.
One of the whitest states out there.
Bro, when I was in kindergarten, I just started getting into sports and watching this shit. I was watching the motherfucking Kurt Warner, Tom Brady. I was like, whoever win this jump, this is gonna be my squad.
Hold up, you were in kindergarten.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I actually remember that shit, bro.
Remember that for him to have memory at kindergarten. That's a good memory.
That's crazy.
That's
though.
a great memory.
I mean, I got memories from kindergarten too, though. My memory.
Oh, that's really great. I can't remember kindergarten stuff though. I mean, I remember.
I had my first kiss
in
in
kindergarten.
Kindergarten. I was drinking at that Super Bowl.
Damn, hey yo, y'all niggas.
I swear to God on my mama, bro. I remember my first day of kindergarten, bro.
I had my first girlfriend. Shout out Sean Nico.
I remember
Hey, you remember the name?
Yeah.
So that's what happened for the jump. I was like, I was watching the Super Bowl. I was like, whoever win this game, that's gonna be my team. So obviously the Patriots won that jump. So as far as basketball goes,
y'all niggas weak as fuck too, bro. Niggas like I hate y'all niggas.
we can talk about that another time. You know what I'm saying? You already know we can hash that out.
Hold up,
But
how'd you get on? How'd you get on the Celtics though?
I was 20.
All right, so yeah, as far as basketball, when I first started watching basketball, and then KG, this was like fourth grade, because I was never a basketball fan. Like I didn't start really watching basketball, like getting deep into that jump until like COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like
COVID.
So
damn,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, COVID the other day.
Bro,
that shit was the other day, bro.
You said COVID or Kobe?
You said COVID-19.
COVID.
COVID.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch Crazy Film at Adam Jones. You know what I'm saying? He ain't think I'd be watching that, bro. I used to watch Crazy Film at
that nigga said COVID. What the fuck was the Celtics doing? Bro, you know what's crazy? I thought you was about to say like KG in them 2008. This nigga.
No. I mean, bro, I've been a Celtic. I'm talking about like as far as like knowing it, like being able to talk that shit with y'all, like watching like the past shit and
like diving in.
But when I was a kid, I was and KG had won the MVP in 2004. You know, he was big, and I had the video game and all that shit. I was like, KG is my nigga. And then, goddamn, he went to Boston. And I was like, because I wasn't a basketball fan, so I'm like, I'm not really a Wolves fan. But I
players around the league. You know,
like that though, Mike, bro. Like niggas is Bulls fans because of the fucking Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, right? You ain't on Bulls fans.
Like basketball.
They Bulls fans because they was dick riders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same thing. We saying the same thing.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
So,
I was trying to
be we not being PC up in here.
No, I was being nice. But
I ain't trying to keep it PG.
My nigga. And so when he went to Boston, I was like, all right, I'm gonna root for Boston. When he went to Boston, I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with Boston, you know what I'm saying? But then they won the jump, and I was like, oh, we lit now. So I'm a Boston fan. But then he swerved. I was like, well, I'm not gonna keep bouncing around. I'm
not gonna swerve. I'm gonna keep him stay right.
Hey, you became a Red Sox fan when Pedro threw that old ass man on the ground?
No, I became a Red Sox fan because my mom is a Yankees fan.
Before the fight started.
Oh, this nigga wild.
You went against Mama, bro?
That nigga went against Mama. Like, wow.
And my mom's a Giants fan, so I'm like, bro, it's like, bro, I had to, bro. And it was like, how convenient was it that the Yankees fucking rival is a Boston team? I was like, bro, it just makes sense. You know?
Please tell me you got some Laker fans in your family.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Them old ass uncles. You know what I'm saying? You got some old ass uncles that like the Lakers.
Hell yeah, straight Giants and Yankees. That's it.
Magic the GOAT. So like,
this is the best time of the year. Though Yankees baseball. Yes, sir.
All right. 2-5. Rumi Roy, I got one more video for y'all. All right, hold on. Here we go.
It's just bad, and I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and defend the Astros for the play that they had, but I do think what everybody has realized, including you, Alex, it was May. It is still May. Well, yeah, it's May, and they were in a position where if you just simply win a series against the Mariners, which they did not, they could have been a game out of first place.
But they didn't.
I know.
But they didn't. They did the opposite, and what they've done this season consistently.
But they got to a point where they were 3.5 back, and all I was hearing from not just you, from every fans of the Astros, fans of game of baseball, is that the Astros run is done. And we're sitting here at the end of May, and they got 3.5 games out of first place in the AL West. Yes, they lose a series. They're probably going to be 5.5 back. You can make that up in 1 week. 1 week. Why has everybody been freaking out all year? I really don't understand it, and I never did. Bad series for the Astros, bad losses. You lose to the Angels, you lose to the Mariners, you beat the A's, which you should beat them. But again, they're going to be 5.5 back. It's just I never.
Is the Astros window closing?
Talk to me when they lose to Oakland.
Talk to me when they lose in goddamn in the playoffs.
Talk to me when they lose to Oakland.
Honestly, I've been watching the Astros. They're gonna end up winning that division because the Mariners are average, and Astros is one of them too. They just get hot.
Why you gotta talk about my World Series pick like that?
Oh, yeah, the Mariners.
Yeah, I had the Braves and the Mariners.
What made you pick the Mariners?
Man, it's always a surprise, man. You got to pick a surprise out of somewhere.
That's all it was. I don't know how niggas ain't picked the Dodgers out there. Like, I know niggas ain't looking like shit now, but like, come on, bro.
No, everybody picking the Dodgers.
That's what I'm saying. So
the Astros window ain't closed though. Astros is one of them teams where they've been there, done that. And when they get down to September, they're gonna be battling for first place. Probably it's gonna come down to that last series. I got to see how many times they play the Mariners. When it gets towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, and then, like I said, baseball is one of them sports where as long as you get into the race, it don't matter how you get there, what your record is.
You just gotta get to the.
You just gotta get in there because we see the last year with the Orioles and the Rays, both were like 100-win teams, and y'all lost, and they both lost in the first round. Like
that video was a couple of days ago though, because the Astros 7.5 back right now.
So you feel me? So, they all set it back. Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was a couple of days ago.
Okay, but yeah, overall, I still don't think
they 8 games under 500 right now.
Well, I hope they.
How do baseball players feel? How do they feel about that when they go 100 wins
trade away all their fucking prospects?
Like, they feel bad. What do you mean? How they feel? They feel bad. Like anybody else feels. You don't want to see the NFL.
You sound like you're talking about the Dodgers specifically. Like
they feel bad.
I mean, I was talking about the. I like the best.
Because y'all saying like it don't matter how you get there. Y'all saying like
it don't.
Like, it don't matter how
it don't matter. That's so sweet. I ain't gonna lie. 100 wins. That's
you get 100 wins. Like it's like what was that?
Baseball is the most likely sport to end up with an Eli Manning.
Yeah.
You gotta have a pitching.
Yeah, you gotta
football too.
Like the team with the best pitching makes that kind of
pitching and the timely hits and timely hitting. And the thing
I
about
think
baseball is
think football might be easier for real.
Cheating ruined baseball for me. I liked it better when they were cheating.
Getting high.
I did like that.
No, for real. Altuve was my favorite player. Altuve was my favorite player in the whole league. And ever since they got caught cheating, that motherfucker shouldn't even be in AAA.
Yeah, football's definitely easier. I mean, out of all the sports,
baseball so Mark McGuire were cheating. Me and my dad watched so much baseball that year. That was after the strike. That shit had stadiums full. You go to.
Speaking of which, you see Jose Canseco. You see Jose Canseco wished A-Rod a happy Pride Month.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Snitch ass nigga. I don't want to hear from a goddamn Jose. You fucked the whole game up, snitch ass nigga.
That's all right. A-Rod gonna send some hitters after his daughter. That's what he gonna do.
Man, sad, bro. But
all right, so we've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, standings and stuff like that. But I guess I just need a breakdown from Roomy Rowe, man. Can you explain what happened between Tommy Pham and William Contreras at the home plate?
Oh man, well, I'm trying to think what the hell was the play. I just was talking about it earlier. 2-5 rush from memory. I know you got through.
No, I saw it out the. I didn't catch it in real time. Like, so I got to go back and.
I know Pham was talking junk back to him. I know Pham said he take martial arts classes, and you know what I'm saying. He said you want to come see him outside.
You 36 in the karate class, you Tabo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You could use another reference.
Nah, we good. That was the slide. That was the slide, right?
Yeah, I think I
will it up right now.
Yeah, that was the slide. I remember now. Yeah. No, like, yo, whatever, these thugs. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get to this.
Hey, speaking of which, Wayne Gretzky team in the Stanley Cup Finals, by the way.
I'm about to close.
Yeah, they knocked out my Rangers.
Yeah, Panthers going for their first title. Oilers going for their first one since 1990.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Logical be getting this hockey on too.
New York fans must had a great summer.
I think he got mad because he didn't give him a chance to like slide in or something like that. Like, I mean, I said it like a brick wall.
Yeah, he been in the gym.
All right, here we go.
So he mad because bro stonewalled him basically.
Yo, every time we talk about baseball, we gotta watch that dude from the White. We gotta watch Tim Anderson, yo.
Right?
So it's like, so you basically say he could. So he was standing there. He was gonna be out anyway. He could just let him slide a tag, but no, he tried to put his shoulder in.
Right. Yeah.
Now we can't talk about baseball without watching Tim Anderson, bro.
Oh, he got rocked. He had his hands.
Boy, I wasn't even gonna talk about baseball till fall. I kind of made a pact with myself, like eating it. Crazy, like.
Well, why the angle he caught the ball though? He had to stand right there to catch the ball.
But
why was he out catching the ball?
Why was he outside like that?
Yo, I was he ran outside the line. He way outside the line. It's like
why he won't inside the line? Impact.
I don't know why he was running like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see where he coming from? Like, why was he on the outside?
He could have been out just off of interference right there, just off of that. Like,
I know my man looked like he was trying to play tag, trying to juke him.
Yo, check that picture out though. Hold up, go back. Hey, yo, check out 49 when the tag is applied. Watch how hyped he is. He was out by a long shot.
Hey, yo,
you don't speak no English.
Hey, no, he is Kronk though.
He going
big man.
You know he threw a motherfucker out there or something.
Hey, yo,
bro was hype. That's probably why he was mad for real. He was probably mad at 49 for real.
Why the White Sox always getting sunned?
Like, come
on,
that's
y'all ain't representing Chicago, right?
Here's the throw to the plate. He's out. And Contreras is barking at him. Tommy Pham's barking back. He's not backing down. He doesn't like that. And now home plate umpire.
He doesn't like that.
Has to hold back Pham.
It's always a sorry team.
Nah, we ain't taking that. We ain't taking that from the Brewers. I don't care how many L's we got this year. We ain't taking that.
That's funny. Hey, yo.
You talking about the White Sox?
My man said the play.
Everybody cools down.
We ain't
it was a
taking
clean
that.
play on all sides, well executed.
I don't care how many L's we got.
Holding back Tommy Pham to make sure that everybody cools down.
That sound like
it was a clean play on all sides, well executed.
Was it a clean play?
You've got to take a gamble there. Maybe the throw is off the mark.
Okay.
For whatever gamble there, maybe the throw is off the mark.
Hey, that was like that quarterback drill that he doing.
Contreras decided he was going to give Tommy Pham an earful. Might be the wrong guy to do that too.
Oh, that's the last dude you want to do that to.
What's the most surprising team to you right now in MLB like that? As far as good teams, bad teams, as far as
honestly, for me, I had really, really high hopes for the Reds this year.
Yeah, okay.
I had really high hopes for the Reds. I thought that the Tigers would be a lot like further into their process, if you will.
The Royals.
I'm surprised by the Royals. I would say I'm surprised by the Royals. That's probably my biggest shocker.
Yeah, the Royals. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I mean? Like they definitely. Yeah, the Royals. Like, but can they keep it up? We'll have to see. You know, I like Bobby Witt, but we'll see.
It might do like how the Reds did. The Reds started off hot last year, and then they got to the All-Star break, and they just went trash.
Yeah, you know, the Pirates always tease me to start every year. You
believed in the Pirates so much last year.
I know. I be wanting the Padres to act like they got some damn sense, but they ain't shit.
They spend money like
they doing what they supposed to do. They doing what they supposed to do.
Hey, they shouldn't have signed Blake Snell. I tell you that. Not that late in the year like that.
They need Manny Machado.
You know what happened?
They do got Machado.
You know what happened?
I said they need to let us get that nigga back.
They beat the Dodgers in the playoffs that year, and they thought they arrived. You know what I mean? Like they thought the journey was over.
Yeah.
Little did they know we just the Dodgers.
They ain't been right ever since. It was like that year when Michigan finally beat Ohio State and got smacked by Georgia.
Yeah. I can agree.
That happens to a lot of teams. It's just one of those things where because teams are so fucking stingy that everybody capitalized on those kind of like momentum moments.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Super Bowl losers can kind of be like, "Whoa, we didn't win." The same
Minnesota, like
Minnesota,
like we beat the champs.
Where they just they overpay for a guy. You know, they just kind of do the most, and it's like
because baseball wasn't. You talk about football being a team sport. Baseball is definitely a team sport because you got to have everything from the pitching. I'm talking about from the starting pitching to the relievers to the closer to the having the offense to have the timely hitting.
Nah, bro. How come Barry Bonds ain't hit that home run? No, I'm just playing.
Man, I know, right? You just the Angels. You definitely, shit. We're gonna bring that up. You ain't lying about that one. That was a heartbreaker there.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about baseball that's funny is that the managers are replaceable
on that play. But
that's a fact.
The situation of the game.
All right, hold on, wait. Here's Tommy Family. This is his take on it.
Fucking Dave,
We about to close out with this jump. As soon as it load up. Is it on the screen? Oh shit.
Yeah, it's on the screen. This ain't playing it.
Damn. Oh, here we go.
One-run ball game. Close play at the plate. And actually, it wasn't even close. This is shallow.
Goddamn stiffed his ass.
He said, "I won't even close for real." He said, "I won't even close for real."
Yeah, that shit won't close.
I don't care how many L's we got.
Yeah, that announcer's taking a breeze for that.
That's because he ain't got an answer for that
giving the
shit.
pitch on his hip to Gary. Gary can't hear it. Says, "Hey, hit it again." So he breaks his hands and hits the pitch com again on his hip, and the umpire's like, "No."
Damn,
I
my
can't
fault,
see
y'all.
that shit.
All right, well. Hell yeah, we having technical difficulties. Goddamn, we done reached that 2 hour and 55-minute mark in this here motherfucking hot box, man. I'm Styrofoam Rob. This has been Cups in the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box. I am so appreciative of having the second half of Sports Reports is ordered.
Yes,
Mr.
sir,
Logical
Mr.
in
Logical.
the building. Hopefully
another
we
big
can get
mouth
him
nigga like
back for
arguing.
another hot box.
For
You know what I'm saying? He said, don't bring your feelings to a fun fact. You know what I mean?
Just another big mouth that's to argue, man.
You know what I'm saying? My man South Paul over there, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that right, 2-5?
That's right. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'd go left more than Deontay Wilder.
You ain't lying because you came in here and dropped bombs and got everybody going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you be doing. 2-5
Why he
coming
thought
in
he
here.
was somewhere else when he got knocked out, though?
Hey, I don't know where he thought he was.
Did he just lose over the weekend?
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
Yeah. God damn.
My man was looking at the ref like, tell him chill.
So I guess, is it good to say that he was overrated?
No.
Yes.
It's good to say
I don't
he
think-
done
Yes.
and that he need to hang it up.
Yes.
Okay,
That
well,
nigga
that's
one of the best hitters of my fucking lifetime. Hell no.
Yeah, but we talking about boxing, not
We
hitting.
talking about boxing. That's what I'm
Saudi
saying.
Arabia has been paying, though. Saudi Arabia pays a lot more money
Bruh,
off
y'all
the top.
niggas
Even
remember
though I will admit he did get screwed in that fight against Tyson Fury, though.
And I was about to say even
Which
before
one,
him,
the
bro.
first one?
The height of him, yeah.
Yeah.
The height of that nigga though, like, bruh, at his height, bro was special, man. You gotta give him that.
No, but with the heavyweight division, it's like I don't even know what I'm supposed to be impressed with, though.
That's true.
Niggas like Anthony Joshua.
Just like how y'all always. I mean, I ain't trying to go there. But just like you talk about, like, yo, Jordan in the '80s or whatever, like, yo, like his competition XYZ, like that's how I'm looking at people like Deontay and Tyson Fury. Like, what's your
I
competition?
got Wilder's next fight.
Look
Y'all
at
ready?
this shit how it's going. Usyk just fucked Tyson Fury up.
I got
Well, the
Wilder's
real
next
boxing is
fight.
not what it was.
Yeah,
The
but he
boxing
ain't
is
fought
something about
Usyk
Fred.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Wilder
So
should
like,
fight Jake Paul
But he
and Mike
and-
Tyson's spot in
He
July.
he
beat
ain't
the
fought
man.
Anthony Joshua.
Usyk beat the man to beat the man.
Wilder should
It don't
fight
work
Jake
like
Paul
that though.
next
You
month.
can't do that. It don't work like that.
I'm just saying, like, your point is the competition, ain't it?
Yeah, my point is who he beat.
them niggas is they fighting each other. It's like Earl was
He
saying.
beat that 45-year-old Cuban.
And on that note, we go ahead and close it out.
My man
We're talking
Ortiz,
about
he beat
boxing all night.
Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He
Nah,
ain't beat
y'all
the
be
he ain't
good,
beat the
man.
Ortiz that beat Joshua.
That
You
nigga
know
has
what
a
I'm saying?
45-year-old
Or Ruiz.
Cuban.
That was Ruiz. He ain't beat Ruiz.
Ruiz. Slow
Y'all
pass.
niggas be good, man. It
All
was
right, man. Y'all
good
be
talking.
good out here. It was good
All
talking
right,
to y'all,
man.
man.
All right,
Catch y'all on
Hey,
the next
sure.
one. All right.
Let's go. Peace.